After sailing to several of Danane's secret caches to recover some funds, the party sailed back to the Wandering Market to upgrade and enhance the humble wanderer. While there, the party encountered some familiar faces and handed off the crate to Cromwell. They now sail to the Drowned City of Franseer to do the final job Cromwell gave them, to investigate the place and find the servants of the Maven, and discover what they were doing in such a dreadful place. Alright. Like I just, described last time, you're now within the rooftops of what was once an elegant and massive city. You're pretty much on the top of a tower that's hundreds of feet down beneath the waves. You can, do any final prep you want, but then you have 30 in-game minutes to find and descend. So it's kind of like a little bit of a rush, but take it away.
Alright, shall I have a quick look and see what the water's like?
Eos is gonna kind of run.
Alright, roll me athletics.
Oh boy.
I would love to roll you athletics.
Should we have tied a rope around him first? Oh, he's in there.
Eos is gonna run his hand through his hair and said, "I picked the wrong day to start not being able to go underwater."
Alright, Polaris.
Why?
You enter the waves, and the first thing you notice is that despite their rapid movement and chaotic flow, the water feels and looks stagnant, as if the ocean itself is coated with an ever so thin coating of a slime-like texture. And barely you manage to hold your position against these waves that onslaught you and kind of push you out of the city. You feel like if you had been any lower than that, you would have been caught by the current and pulled under somewhere out of view of your allies.
Oh god.
Alright. Risk comes up, holding onto this tower. Oh, the waves are trickier, mate. Also, the water here tastes bad.
Don't taste it.
Well, of course you taste the water when you swim in it. Also, when you're breathing it. Anywho, this'll need some, serious maneuvering. Maybe I need to carry something heavy that I can just walk on the floor?
You hold Ims's
You
hand.
can carry me.
Yeah.
That way
Is
too
yours
bad.
Yeah.
With a giant anchor.
Oh yeah, I do have my anchor. I usually just keep it in my pocket. Anyway, does anyone want to be a shark?
Eos
Yes.
tentatively raises his hand.
Oh,
I
he's made
would-
a great shark.
I would like to polymorph Eos into a shark.
What?
Do you do
Isn't
it
he the
while
one
I am
who's fucking
still...
exhausted?
I was gonna say, Eos is the one who can, with monk jumps, can clear a lot more space than the rest of us.
Eos currently cannot breathe water. He is terrified.
I do.
Look at the rest of us.
So just drink some blood, I'm begging you.
Scott, this is it, I think.
I raised my hand slowly, so...
Alright, do you make the saving throw or do you just accept it?
Who are you doing it on?
On Eos. Because he raised his hand and I was just okay.
He was polite.
Alright, that will be the one use you can do per long rest, and he uses
Yeah, no,
spell slots.
it happens, but I am still on land, so...
Can we just push him in?
Yeah, we just roll him in.
Get out of here.
Oh, last time I saw a beached whale like that was, oh no, let's not talk about that. That's rude to say about someone's mother.
Does this hurt?
Probably no more than normal magic.
It's a sculpting of flesh, so I assume it's not good feeling.
No, it does not feel nice. Indeed. It's very strange though that this shark misses an eye and a fin, but he seems to be able to swim quite well.
He's huge.
I plop down, right here.
Oh my god, it's gigantic!
Alright, Eos.
What the fuck?
Your
I
intelligence...
currently can't see anyone, by the way.
I'll say, give you vision. Your intelligence is 1.
You want to wear the hat?
So nothing's
Yeah, but
changed.
what's his character got?
I literally am flopping on the thing right now. Unless you guys push me.
We roll you in.
Here.
I push him. Yeah.
Eve.
Oh, nice! That's I should wrestle him later. This looks fantastic.
No.
Yeah.
Do you mean to make him that big?
Yeah, sorry.
Why would I make anyone any smaller?
You stop moving your token because it keeps resetting the vision.
Oh my bad.
He's already bloodthirsty, and you made him a shark?
He's not always bloodthirsty. I think if he eats you, yeah, it kind of sucks to be you, buddy.
Yeah, Eos's one eyeball looks directly at Polaris.
Can he understand us?
Not really, no.
He can understand me because of my
Fish talk.
fish
So can
talk.
we like jump on the back of him?
So currently,
Yeah,
you
can we
hear
ride
Eos.
Yeah,
You hear
we can
Eos
walk
say,
across him.
"Fucking hungry. What the hell is happening?"
You're a shark, buddy. Riz makes gestures that you, with your shark mind, understand that you are a shark. Hopefully.
I feel like
Hey.
if we try to ride him, he's going to eat us.
I think I already did Psychic Whispers. You remember who I connected to?
I
don't think you did.
I don't think you did it yet today.
Okay.
You may just not
I've
reset
got
the
it
one
used,
use.
but
Yeah, you may
it's-
not
yeah,
reset
it'll
it
just not
from a.
reset.
You may not reset on a long res automatically.
Okay. I'm just gonna untick the consume anything. And I'll roll.
My character for this campaign was almost a burly shark person. Almost.
Yeah.
So,
So-
Eos, your intelligence is 1. You are acting on instincts. You just know you keep your alignment and personality, so you won't attack your allies innately. But you're
Yeah, no,
not.
but
You
if-
don't. You lack. You don't think. You are shark now.
Yeah. No. I'm hungry. That's what Polaris is getting from me is hungry.
Polaris, roll me a Constitution save.
Save.
All right. You feel yourself start your stomach start to growl. You feel nausea, kind of start to overwhelm you, and then you start throwing up.
Oh.
Well,
Oh, I did. Yeah, that's.
Wait, is this some?
I didn't get clams this time. Is it because the water's so nasty? Guys, don't breathe this water. Keep your gills shut. Sucks to be yours, I guess.
Well, I still can't see anything, by the way.
Gave you vision. You should have blind sight and light perception, which will let you see around 360.
I can only see the circle that is previously here. I don't know why I'm unable to see. I
What
can't
about
see
now?
any of my allies. Nope. Here, I can stream if you want me to.
I won't be able to watch it. Oh wait. How about now?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, I can see it. Well, get on, guys. Out of character. Y'all need to hurry.
Okay.
Alright,
So
Riz was
what-
trying to convey friends, not food.
Polaris, will you catch me if he throws me off?
I'll catch you if he throws you off, but
Okay. I'm
can't
gonna
promise.
link to Riss, Ivis, and Ferdinand.
Oh.
So Eos, I can't connect to because he currently doesn't have a language, so it won't work.
It's not working. Give me a second.
What happens if you're connected when I'm transformed?
Then you can no longer the connection will be maintained. We just wouldn't be able to communicate because you need a language.
Oh, yeah, I can't just send you hungry.
No, because you don't have any languages as a shark,
Gotcha.
so
Well,
it wouldn't work. You need at least one language.
Is there
So
any
if it was you turned in something that could speak like a giant eagle, which can speak Auran or something, then that
Are-
would be fine. But
are there-
it doesn't work with this.
Are there any birds flying above us or
No.
fish around us? No.
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to figure out how to make it so the tokens reverse and go under, but I can't. I think it's the
Do
newest one.
through this stagnant water, do I smell any blood?
You do not. Also,
Make a contract.
no, not con check. You just need to roll athletics if you do want to move any significant distance, because you advantage, but the waves are like it's not the size. The waves are very rough and violent.
What's the shark's athletics?
All right, you can move up to your movement speed, which is 50.
Is that +6?
All right. +5, I think. No, yeah. Plus. I'm not sure. All right.
+4.
I'm gonna go down and kind of start just looking for whatever. I'm just gonna start swimming until they direct me on where to go.
Well, remember, you can only go 50.
And is it possible for me to bring out my anchor and go all the way down?
The water is very... you can try, but you'll probably be caught by the current, which is, you know, if you get caught, you'll be gone, essentially.
That
Okay.
is 50, I believe, right?
So the weight won't make a difference for getting caught by the current.
Correct.
What if we just get even more weight? Surely at a certain point it's not going to be able to push them about.
If you have enough weight, perhaps, but keep in mind that this is a magical environment, most likely.
Yeah.
What
Can
are
I
we,
make
oh, sorry.
Can I make it to the top of that house?
You're currently on the shark.
I am on the shark. Oh, okay,
Yes.
cool.
I just can't attach it, and I can't... For some reason, I don't think I have actually... It's not built in to have it, so you can move the tokens up or down in Foundry. I'm looking into it, but I think I need a module for that.
Sure.
Do I need to roll again?
If you wish to move, yes. You have athletics.
Oh, buddy, isn't this amazing? On the water together, riding a shark. Isn't this every dream true?
Alright, you can move
Another
50 more
50.
feet.
Feeling very seasick.
Why? I don't understand why.
Everything's moving. The ocean's moving differently. Oh, I
What's
don't
that
like
to the
seasick.
left?
I would try to ask Eos to go more towards the left, to where we see buildings and more things happening.
Yeah,
Oh, there's
because
big buildings down here as well, actually.
Let's just ask random this in the first place. What are we looking at? What kind of buildings are
So these
before
are the,
we start like going
yeah.
up where the fuck?
Someone's
So-
using the brain.
So what you're looking at now are the rooftops of... It's hard to tell what the buildings were. These are... I imagine, like, as tall as you can make, but like, skyscrapers, essentially out of stone and stuff. Like, they're dozens of stories tall. You're at the roofs of them. So you're seeing pretty much those. You can see very ornate-looking buildings to the top, on the rooftop of. To the left, you can see what appears to be almost like a dining building. It's hard to tell from where you are now.
We're looking for a temple, right?
Correct.
Out of character? Okay. Is anyone directing the shark?
Risk, I
Risk.
guess.
Yeah, that's probably me.
Where to?
Alright, help me. Are we interested in the things that are at the south, or more like southwest?
I'm thinking more east.
More east.
We
Alright,
fit
then
through that way.
I would
I
send...
mean, there's nothing really in the way to the east.
There's a lot of stuff in the way from where I can see.
Can you see
How much-
further than us?
A little.
I can only see a couple boats.
Yeah, it looks like there's all going on to the left and down.
Let's see. What is this?
Now I see what you mean with the buildings.
What is
Have
that?
we-
That's okay. That's 50. What does a 22 give me?
But it's always just a check against see how far you can go. DC 15.
Gotcha. Well, that's the edge of the map there, boys. So
Yeah, to your southwest, you can see a grand ornate rooftop. Based on just guessing, probably a noble's mansion or something that was once a noble's mansion.
What's this to the northeast?
It does not look like a temple. It does seem to have some sort of purpose. Like there's a massive staircase leading up to it. You can see beneath the waves, but it seems to have been maybe some sort of theater.
And I haven't seen any life other than us, right?
Correct.
So there was a building in the west somewhere to the left. We haven't really seen the outskirts of that. I'm just curious because I haven't seen any other people in here because we were looking for other people.
I will eventually fail one of these rolls, but for now we're good. Where to?
Yeah. Group. Do we want to go more to the right to see more of that map, or do we want to explore the left side?
I think maybe let's go to the west, because there's that big building which looks like it's got proper walkways and stuff on it.
Yeah.
And we could
Alright.
hop onto there and walk around then.
Let's try that. You're doing great, Eos.
Another 50. I keep clicking my character sheet to show the shark because I actually have like better athletics than the shark.
If you just double click the token, it should open up the shark's thing.
Yeah, I got it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
That building on the left looks snazzy. Is it snazzy, random?
From what you can tell, it looks like it was once like a restaurant is the best word I can describe it.
Does it have a rooftop too?
It's like a rooftop with like walkways that pretty much like an awning that has turned into a walkway due to the waves.
We have to go in. We have to go in.
We have to go in? What?
We've only got so much time though.
Rubber ducky.
Where? What?
In the middle.
Whoa.
Fair enough. Can I jump on this building?
Yeah, if you're on the back of the shark.
You see him?
Oh yeah.
I
I
Can I
didn't
get
see
this
him.
rubber ducky?
Good eyes, Astrid.
Yeah, you get into this little pool of seawater and go and get the duck.
Yes.
All
It's a
right.
trap.
When would I ever do that with a duck for you guys? I mean, come on.
Because we will always fall into it, is why you do it.
Is
Even
this
after
water in
several
the-
trips, would
Be
still
a
go for
it
it.
would be an absolute perfect time for it because Eos is a shark and he cannot get over there.
You have collected the waterlogged duck.
Yay!
Ew, it's wet.
Give me the duck.
The wet duck.
I will give you the duck.
I love the idea of Ivor stood there like really threateningly, like handed over.
Give me that duck.
Yo, so can you
And
make me a Constitution saving throw?
Me? Okay.
Yes.
Is the duck in vision when you bring it over? Do I make
I'll
it
show
as
you
a
the
shark?
duck.
As a shark.
As a shark. Where's its saving throws at? There it is. On save. Advantage or no?
No, no advantage. Alright. You can feel nausea, but you're not sure why it's happening because you're a shark. You just feel, what's going on? But you're not hurling yet, but it is.
Do I see the shark, the duck, as it comes near? Vision.
Polaris went over to the opposite side of the building, so no.
Well, who
I
has?
gave the duck to Ivis.
You give it time.
Is Ivis holding it?
I'm squeezing it. Well, I squeezed it up here after Risk gave it to.
Does Eos see this?
I don't know if you can.
Shark
You're-
sees it, but your mental state is 1, so you're not really doing any high thinking at all.
What's his wisdom? Because he's fucking terrified of these IRL.
Only 10. Like you're very primal. Like you're a shark. I don't
He
know
is
how else
going.
to say this.
He is going to start to dive unless someone tells him not to.
No! Get back up here! It's just a fake duck.
He does not understand you.
I'm hitting him.
That does not help. He is
I
scared
will
of the duck.
drown! You get back up here! Polaris!
If he starts to
All right,
he's gonna
Astrid,
jump
Astrid.
onto the roof.
Do I by chance have could I have a snack in my
I rolled
pocket,
a-
like a
I rolled a-
ration or something?
DM, I think I failed my strength save.
You did, yes. Who jumps off the shark before it's pulled by the currents away from you?
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
like to
I'll
jump
jump
off the duck.
Bye,
The duck-
Ferdinand.
The duck has terrified Eos into the depths.
Well, I'll miss him. He was a weird
Oh.
team member, but he had the
Yeah.
spirit.
He's a strong shark. He'll find his way back to us.
Uh-huh.
Until that spell ends.
Just cancel it now. No longer have to deal with evil
I
vampire
can't
man.
even see him anymore.
Alright, you are there, so you can try traversing with checks and stuff. You do have advantage as always because you are big and large, but the waves are harsh.
Eos is scared, but he's also has somewhat of a attachment to these weird creatures that we're riding him, so he's gonna keep going.
Sorry, I
Oh.
have this
Alright.
feeling.
Alright, you guys take the time to explore the edges of this roof as you kind of look around and see more buildings, most likely some rooftops that would have been like part of like living complexes and stuff like that.
Can we go inside the roof, like in this pool here? Can we go inside the building?
No.
Okay. There's a really cute parasol down here. Can I steal it?
It's
I don't think you have a backpack. big
yeah,
enough.
so pretty much no. Like a lot of these things are just there because there's a pre-made map that fit the scenario.
Their washing
Yeah,
is going to be
it is.
absolutely ruined.
Oh, Astrid, the washing line. How long has it been there? It looked horrible. It's all wet.
Should we tell them that it's raining? Do you think they've noticed?
Well, they probably aren't here anymore anyway.
Oh, they left their laundry.
The shark has shown back up.
Hey!
Oh, it's Eos.
Or maybe it's a different shark. How do we know for sure?
It's missing a fin and an eye.
That's my guy.
It's the most ratchet shark around here. Of course it's Eos.
Doesn't it have a hat too?
Random. Can I roll insights to see if there's something on the map that I as a player have seen that did not ring a bell, but as a character maybe that I should pay attention to? Hint from God.
What do you want? You just gotta explore. I don't know what to say.
Is there something here that I should by all means find interesting that I haven't really
No.
like?
Did you guys
noticed?
did you guys get vision of this corner?
Yes, there's nothing really there.
Okay, we go east now. We found duck. That's good.
Yeah, that is good. That is very
What we
important.
keep going west, or
I think
oh,
that's
have
the
we
end
hit the
of the
edge of the map?
Yeah, we've hit the edge.
Okay.
Well, on the bottom, but not at the top, right?
Yeah, we need to go a bit further.
Well, there's nothing more at the top. You can
I
see.
doubt there's gonna be much more there.
We'll hop
Oh,
on.
I
it.
can't.
There's nothing up there. I swam across the top. There's
What,
Maybe
there's
we
up and
should-
to the left. There's nothing. Oh, okay.
no. There is like one building here in vision, and that's it.
Okay, so it's got to be. Yeah, you're right. It's got to be far east, hasn't it? Because that's the.
Yep.
DM, you
we
never
have
said
to
what.
Hmm?
You never said what noise the duck makes.
It's like a
Probably
wet
a
sock.
squish.
Ooh.
I have crit
There-
twice.
Is there any chance we could do any kind of check to have to look around these buildings? Do any stand out as official buildings or whatever?
Pretty much what I said before. You seem to be in some sort of commercial resident district based on how the roofs and buildings look to be designed. How there's like a rooftop like dining area, and like some roofs have, like house-like balconies and stuff like that.
So you should stay near the buildings in case we have to jump off
And
you.
because our quest is just to find the mercenaries.
Correct. You have not seen any sign of them here.
We don't know anything about the mercenaries either, do we?
Yeah, you just know that they were hired by the Maven to do something here. You're not sure what.
Right. So we have very little knowledge to deduce where they could potentially be.
Yeah. You do know that there is a way down, and if they were here for a reason, they most likely went down. Like, there's no reason to be on the surface of these flooded streets for most people.
Wait, you're saying that they went down, so probably into a building that allows.
Yes, which is what you're looking for, the temple.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, I get to control your movement now.
Oh boy.
Look at it.
Is that everyone on the shark? Now we're missing Polaris.
Please don't send me back.
I was
to the start.
daydreaming.
That's just at that point. If you send me back to where I was before, I don't know. Oh, okay.
Alright, you may continue, as you kind of ram into the building a bit from the waves.
What?
I took 25 damage because I hit the building because the waves hit me.
Like that. Okay.
Alright, continue your movement.
Oh wait, I'm surprised that the map is continued. I thought we were at the end of it.
No, we are still going. This map goes way to the right.
Oh, for some reason I thought we were at the edge of it.
Any more places stand out, like to the south, maybe? Just more rooftops of inconspicuous buildings?
See inconspicuous rooftops, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much you see what you see. Alright, I get the control.
Oh boy, here we go again. Oh, an island.
Oh, that looks nice.
Looks very temple-ish.
This building, from what you can gather, lacks any of the ornate features a temple you would expect from a temple, but it does seem to be some sort of craftsman house, most likely a place where people would have come to exchange knowledge about, crafting, most likely carpentry.
Eos is going to swim up next to it, but unless someone tells him to stop, he's not going to stop.
Do we see any signs of life that people have been there recently?
You do not.
I'll ask you to hang around the island, so we can hop on.
There you go.
I was just going to say, before we get too far with it, is this just a quirk of the pre-made map thing, or is it? Okay, so
yeah, I don't have control over the buildings that are there. That's why I'm not giving you a lot of detailed ones that are not relevant, essentially.
Okay, cool. So we don't need to worry about that then.
Can you not copy paste the base map and cover that?
I could, but it would not look good at all.
That's fair.
Alright, I'll head back on the shark. Alright, I've seen. Thank you, buddy. Let's continue.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Oh boy.
I want to go more south, maybe?
I'm just swimming until someone tells me what to do.
What's this to the northeast now? That looks temple-y.
Yeah.
Indeed, you see what appears to be, through the fog and mist in the rain, the edges of a grand marble-esque temple.
Oh, well. Bonk.
Oh. Well, we got to see this too then.
You see the shark kind of shake its head and bounce off the building.
I pet the shark's head to tell him, "You're doing great, buddy. It's really difficult to swim here."
Oh, let me roll. That looks like our goal, doesn't it? Out of character? Definitely.
Yeah. In character too. It all looks like something we're looking for.
Alright. We have arrived.
Jumps off shark. Oh, I love dry land.
Do we just tie a shark up here and...
I can also just break a spell.
Maybe if we break the spell, does he get washed away?
Not if he gets on land really quickly. Let's have a look. Polymorph. How long did he last?
Last an hour.
An hour.
How long has it been?
Almost 10-15 minutes.
Oh, but we have to be out of here completely within half an hour, right?
Or we're safely in the...
We're underwater, yeah. Or down in the temple.
I mean, we don't want to just leave Briggs behind.
No.
Depending on who you ask, that's a different answer.
I'm not sure if we also need to be out of here within half an hour if we were to be inside the temple.
It's been a week, so I'll restate everything you know. Once you're down in the actual streets, you should be fine, but you need to come and go during low tide.
Okay.
So you can't leave until it's low tide again, essentially, once you start down.
Alright.
So it's stuck for, what, a day, essentially? Or
Normally, yeah, it depends if it's a double tide or not. It could be 5 hours, it could be 12.
I'm sure Riss knows how to read the chart and will know when low tide comes good.
Naturally. Let's check first if this is indeed the entrance, and if it is, I'll get Eos back to human form.
Do we see any signs that people have walked up this path, though?
You can roll investigate.
Does someone want to help? Or should I help someone?
yeah,
Yeah,
I'll go ahead.
I've got a +8 to investigate.
You go ahead and investigate first.
Alright.
Oh, I rolled with disadvantage.
Wait. Let me see what you rolled. You got a 9 and an 18, so that would have been way higher. Okay.
Yeah, that would have been like 27, 26.
Let me double check the date. Okay. It's very faint, but because you get like I think a 25, you can see that there are very faint signs of weighted steps. The waves don't crash here as often as they do the rest of the buildings, it looks like. You can see that people have been through here, but it's been a while. Probably 2 weeks or so.
Are these real gravestones? Or map?
Map, just debris.
Okay.
I'm back.
Apparently, Riss fell into the water.
What? How?
Well, he tried to make a move to pet Eos. My animal handling was 1, so I think he just didn't pay attention. Eos moved and Riz just went face first into the water.
Okay. You fall yet again into this very stagnant yet fast-moving water. This heavy
gross.
water.
I tried to get out. Can I?
Yes, because you're not too far into the currents.
Ugh.
This does seem to be the way down, because as you look in, you see just a very, almost shattered open passageway of a staircase leading downwards.
Alright. I would like to transform Eos back into human and try to get him on land safely. Well, how do you like being shark, buddy?
As you say that, Polaris, you both start throwing up almost immediately at the same time.
Nice.
I feel like that would have been a lot cooler if I wasn't... I don't really remember much of what happened.
Why, what is making Riz feel bad? Is he just extremely nauseous?
Yes, it's similar to the first time you touched the water.
Oh, of course. Oh, this water is... Oh, it's so gross. He takes water out of his, the water he has on it, just to clean his mouth, spits it out, does it again. It's nasty!
Oh, can you stop? Otherwise I'm gonna...
Don't you stop, and I'll stop.
Riz looks Ida dead in the eye and just, spits on the ground. It's gross!
Stop drinking it then.
Why are
Get
you drinking
inside.
salt water to start with?
Because it's the best kind of water. The salty goodness.
Is your blood pressure just 200 over 120 or something ridiculous?
What's blood pressure?
Was there a sign for who this temple was dedicated to?
No. It's a very decrepit-looking temple, very, let's see. Let me just see if I wrote the description. Yeah, it's barely holding on to its former shape within this flooded area. It seems, as you look around, that it was most likely constructed on a mountainous peak of sorts, but now even this temple shows signs of falling victim to the ever-approaching tides. Open and empty grand doorway greets you, covered in slime, seaweed, and other underwater growths.
This place is going to be underwater in a minute.
Yep.
Let's go.
Rubs hands over seaweed. Squishy.
Alright, do you enter and go down?
Is
Yes,
there water
please.
we're having to swim through?
Not yet. It does look like water comes here.
Okay. Well, down we go.
Alright,
Should we like close the door or something so the water doesn't get
there
in
is no
there?
door. There is no whole door. Alright,
Drown in here.
you descend the plant-coated stone hallway, down wet and steep steps. The scent of the sea is strong here, oppressing your senses and blocking out all other smells. A thin layer of slime coats the walls, floor, and ceiling of this tunnel. That, along with the lingering water, makes it difficult to traverse this path down. A short while into your journey, you notice water casually running past your ankles down the stairs. Minute by minute, it grows. The tide is coming back. You hurry now, hands gripping wall vines and weeds to secure yourself as you trip down wet stone steps. The worst thing that could happen to you would be dragged by the oncoming tide further down into the darkness that awaits, without control of where you'd end up. Finally, as the water is around your waists and practically lifting you down the rest of the way, the steps ease up, spilling forth the six of you out of the hall and onto what remains of a once enchanting stone road. The caverns around you have eaten up much of it, leaving you only small cracks in the walls at times as you progress. You soon find yourselves in a massive open underground cavern. At least you think it is massive. It's difficult to tell due to the lingering mist that hinder even the most precise of eyes among you. Still, the cavern walls seem to go up at least 60 or more feet, and the sound of dripping water takes quite a long time to reach your ears. You've arrived it seems, to the flooded streets of Franseer. One moment.
It's the water. What's above us?
Said it's over 60 feet tall cavern.
Oh,
It's a giant cave. Like, does it look man-made, or is it like...
It's as if the caves have eaten up what was once the town. It did fall and get flooded.
And still I see no life around the area, right?
Correct. You should all be able to see 60 feet, though.
Yeah, so that's limited by mist, not by darkness or anything.
Correct.
Okay.
And obviously you can see, because there is plant life, but not like life, like there's no like critters moving around.
Oh, so does this mean that... Wait, who doesn't have dark vision? Does everyone have dark vision?
Everyone but Eos.
I'm a
Oh yeah,
here,
because he
but
hasn't drunk anything.
yeah,
I
but the sword does give me some special stuff.
But because we don't have a light source, does it mean I'm just invisible to everyone now?
Why? Oh, because
Is
of the
that
thing.
cloak?
That's right. Yeah, no, you are pretty much invisible. You could light a source
Hey.
if you want, but I need to change to Eos's vision because he wouldn't be able to see
Ida?
right now.
Ida!
I am here, child.
Ah! Hi.
Hi.
Are we buddy systeming, or are we just gonna lose Eos again?
Oh yeah. we should
Souls. I can sense the souls of creatures within my gaze. So
That's a really weird thing to say.
yeah.
Specifically, it gives you the ability to sense things within 30 feet of you that, like, they're things. It doesn't let you see. In fact, you
It's
should
not
be able
like
to see them all.
Ibis, it's...
Yeah, I know where you guys are at, but I can't see you, basically.
But why didn't you walk about 60 feet ahead of us with a light source?
I feel
Um,
like
Do
it's
the
terrible.
trees I see here give me tree vibe or coral vibe?
Coral.
Ooh. Ooh, this is a nice place. It's almost like the bottom of the ocean, but not. It's nice.
Yeah. DM, can I do that?
Do what?
Like, you say that in character, Ida?
Yes.
He has kind of shrugged and say, I can't really see in the dark right now, but I can kind of locate where you guys are at.
And what are you asking?
Eos is gonna, like, grab a light source somehow. I don't know how I would get one. 'cause I
We've
don't-
got a drift globe thing.
You do.
Well,
Yeah, I-
Riss does.
Do I? He
Yeah.
opens his pack. Oh yeah! Just a second.
I can also set things on fire if we need.
Brandon,
I don't know
didn't you
how
say this was a
flammable the
temple?
wet things will be.
So you entered a temple and went down a massive staircase.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I will be, if possible, grabbing a light source and then walking in front of them by about 60 feet is what I think.
All right. Give me a second. So drift globe is normal.
I don't know if it was an actual drift globe. What was it, Rest, that you've got in your inventory?
Don't
I
have
got-
it in
We
my
got it in the
inventory?
giant cave, in the giant's tomb when there was the shadow.
Do you want to cast the daylight or the light spell?
But I don't think it was an actual drift globe.
It pretty much was.
Like
It works as one essentially.
Okay.
But who had it? I don't think I do.
But yeah, I gave it to you because I got given it, but it didn't seem very good to me because I didn't like light anyway. So I gave it to
Well-
you.
Oh, okay, it's not in my inventory. That's why I'm saying it.
So do you want daylight to activate on Aeneas? Or do you
How
want
long does it last?
an hour?
I feel like that's asking for trouble. If we does it have multiple uses?
It has one use of daylight per day, and you can cast light as many times as you want.
Light for now, I think. In daylight, if we run into something that needs daylight shined on it. Right?
Yeah. Shall we just give that to Eos as everyone else has got dark vision or no vision? So
Normally, dark vision, and I can spot you guys. I just can't see other shit.
oh, and can we put the whispers on people? I put on Riss, Ferdinand, and Ivis.
Yes, one
Just so
second.
I remember who's got it, because I will forget, particularly if there's a gap between sessions.
Can you write them in chat real quick while I'm getting his light set up?
Sure.
Alright, you should be able to see 60 feet now, yes. With the light.
Cool. Yep. Cool.
So,
What's
Polaris...
the lighthouse thing?
Yeah, drift globe going around. Let
That's
me
cool.
give them things on them.
Can we this you said this was a temple, right?
It's the entrance to this whole area was through a temple. You're now down hundreds of feet through a staircase.
Upon entering the temple, was it obvious who it was like devoted to? Or
It
was
was not, because it was so like old and decrepit.
Okay.
Give me a second. So it's Polaris, Ivis, and Eos. No, Ferdinand. All right. Well, Jesus Christ. Let me describe things as you're
Yeah,
moving.
calm
Like,
down, guys.
all right.
They're
This building that Astrid has casually ran through is easily 10 stories tall, but has been overgrown by coral, seaweed, and other underwater foliage. As you explore the petrified wood floors, you note that the building might have once been some sort of safe house, perhaps a bank. The way up is blocked by rubble and coral, but Astrid, as you look to the east, there is oddly enough a vault door still standing tall.
I'm gonna get Eda. I can't see Eda. Eda! Eda! You wanna come see Vault?
Sure.
Wait, did someone say Vault?
Don't worry about it, Ferdinand.
Eos is gonna lean up against this weird coral piece here.
Indeed, by the coral you see the remnants of once, marble, well-crafted statue that has long since been destroyed by time and the moving of the waves.
Does this place fully flood?
The tide has come back, and there's a lot of water dripping down, but it hasn't flooded the whole area yet, at least.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna inspect it first, look and see if I can figure out how it's secured, if there are any fail safes put in place, anything like
Alright,
that.
I think it's roll investigate with advantage because you have the tools for that.
Cool. So investigation.
You do not see any sort of, at least mundane traps. Nothing that seems to stand out to you as will activate as soon as you try opening it.
Does a Wari have a scabbard, or is it literally just a hilt?
It's just a hilt.
Okay, so I have the hilt around my waist then. Gotcha.
Okay, I'm gonna try and see if I can open up the vault.
I believe in you. Do you need any
You
help?
can do it.
Can they help me at all?
Thieves' tools are always weird when you're trying to do a lock. Is how does one really help you do it?
I mean, the guidance thing if I need it, I guess.
Guidance if you need it, because it is as a reaction if you fail.
I don't know.
Okay, so thieves' tools.
I can give you guidance.
No, that just comes if I fail.
Oh, okay.
I'm there to do it if it feels.
Oh, okay, cool.
Polaris does add a bonus 2 to it though, because of his ley line. Alright, that's insufficient.
Okay,
Alright.
so guidance first.
Guidance it is then. Should I press other formula?
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Is that enough?
That's insufficient.
Okay,
Oh.
I'm going to use my side-bolted knack then. I'm going to use one use of that.
Okay. So that is 26. That is insufficient.
Actually, that's 27, isn't it?
Well, 26,
So
27,
Bessie
whatever.
needs 30.
So as you examine this, Ida, you are familiar with this type of lock now that you've kind of gone through it, and I presume you have your detect magic going now, at least.
Yeah, I just keep it going all the time unless I'm concentrating on
there's
something
an
else.
abjuration spell protecting this vault.
Okay, should I use my spell on it?
Ooh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gotta
I'm
be
going to
something
cast
cool
this
if,
magic.
magically
Might as
on it.
well. We're gonna kick ourselves if we don't.
Alright, you dispel the abjuration spell on the door, and you hear the building creak a bit. But it seems to have lost its abjuration magic.
Okay, I'm going to try and pick it again.
Okay. That is insufficient.
I'm not even going to use my.
You can keep trying. Just keep in mind, it's like 5-10 minutes each time you're doing this, essentially.
Yeah, that's why Eos is literally sitting here, looking out over
Got
this.
to be something good. Come on, Eden.
Okay, come on.
Let's
just
make
gonna
this the
try-
last one then, because we're wasting a lot.
Yeah. Okay, last try.
You can use dexterity for this one. You use intelligence for that last one, but yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so
Whatever,
that would
yeah.
be.
I
So
think
the
it's
first roll then would have been
like a 13 or
an
something.
additional +2.
Oh, 11
So
then.
that would have been 29. The first
29
roll.
wouldn't have went. Yeah, 29 wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, and then this one's 11. I'm guessing that.
Yeah.
rolls. That doesn't make that big a difference.
Okay.
I didn't realise it swapped off to intelligence. It must have forgot to change it when it swapped to the new sheet.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my.
One more time, then we can go.
This is like gambling.
Yeah.
And I can't have any more guidance.
Correct. Guidance is once per character per
Does
quest.
invincibility help you at all? It's like a second level spell, but
At this sunk cost fallacy, I say go all in.
Okay. Do we have
Here's
anything to
fucking
give me
day.
like enhance ability then?
I'm
Dex
just
that
gonna-
would give me advantage.
I can give you advantage on intelligence checks or dexterity checks.
Dexterity.
Yeah.
Hang on. See if I can push a button past it.
A healing.
It does do healing, does it?
That's just
Yeah, well-
that's just if Astrid used the healing part of it.
Okay. Is that sufficient or?
Yes, and you also use intelligence again for that. I don't know if it keeps defaulting to
Why
it.
does it keep resetting?
It's sufficient because you would have had Dex for it.
Yeah, but no, but it's just why does it keep resetting back to
let me
intelligence? Is there a way
double
I can change the default?
Are you clicking it from your tool proficiencies or from your inventory?
Yeah, from tool proficiencies. Okay, I found where I can change it. Okay.
Submit. Yeah, it should automatically try it again just to see if it
Now I'm
does
just gonna click it again. Yeah, just.
Yeah, there you go. You're
Okay,
good.
now that's
Yay.
working. Okay.
Yeah, but that would have been a 20, right? The first one.
Yeah.
So 30 minutes pass since Ida has entered this house, or bank, whatever it is, but the door is unlocked, and you kind of do the whole cranking thing to undo the lock, and then push it forward to reveal a small vault.
Okay, I'm just gonna do a quick scan with my detect magic. Can I see anything that's gonna?
Nothing that stands out. It seems that other than the aberration magic that was protecting it, including the door, there's no other magic that was here.
I'm gonna step in. What can I find?
There are 3 chests, a massive pile of what appears to be silver coins, and some sort of silver staff on the ground, and an armor of full plate and a stand to the northeast of the chamber.
Anyone need full plate?
Can anyone use it? I think.
Are
I
they
don't think we
magical?
The best way I can describe it to your characters, like out of character, it looks like a diving suit.
Ooh.
Like imagine like the BioShock Big Daddy outfit, the big, circular helmet, like that. That's what it looks like.
Hi, Polaris.
It's heavy armor,
There
I'm
any-
guessing.
It is heavy
Are there
armor.
any maps?
So I don't think anyone has got proficiency unless Ferdinand does.
In what? Full plate? I don't think I do. Do I?
Yeah.
Wait, no.
And if you do get level 8, that is a feat most of you could pick up to go from medium to heavy if you so wished, but you also don't know what it does. You just know that it looks like, a diving suit.
I mean, the only people I guess would be actually I guess Riss, Astrid, or Ferdinand could all go for that.
Yeah, I might.
I've
But
got
we've
some
got
really sweet armor right now.
Yeah, we've got a bag of holding thing, so
Throw it
we
in
can
there,
fit
yeah.
some of this stuff in.
Alright, do you wish to also open the chests?
Yes.
Alright, one by one. They're relatively easier locks. You can pretty much do it guaranteed with advantage, so I'm not going to make you roll. Just takes 5 minutes to open them all.
Mhm.
One of them has regal clothes that are silk and that are made out of silk and have a green and silver, scheme to them. There's a jug, and then an umbrella. And with
Okay.
your detect magic, you can tell that all 3 of them are magical, including the staff on the ground.
Ooh.
But
Okay.
you would have to identify them to know what they do.
Okay, let's just take them for now. I'm gonna put them all in the bag of holding-esque thing that isn't a bag of holding.
hmm You're the one with it, or who actually has it on them? Just so I know.
Ferdinand.
No, I do, bro.
No, Ibis. Okay.
Ibis, okay. And do you wish
Vibe out
to
here, by
spend
the
time
way.
collecting all these silver coins?
Can't we just
Yeah, that's
pull
what I
them
mean.
straight into the bag?
You're shoving them into the bag, but it does take time. Oh, there's so many pennies, it's like that kind of thing.
We'll get a couple shovels full, but we're not gonna pick up each individual one. It doesn't matter if we miss a few.
Yeah, we're being economical here. We're getting the bulk, but leaving the scattered bullshit.
Okay, so around 3,000 silver coins. Sorry, 30,000 silver coins.
Oh damn. Okay.
And
Who's managing the satchel? Does someone have a spreadsheet for it?
Technically, it can hold
I mean, I linked
almost.
it,
It holds a little over 1,800 liters
keep in mind, all those silver coins is roughly 500 pounds.
for your European peoples and us Americans.
No, but I
They're
mean, do we have a spreadsheet so we can keep track of the stuff we've put in there, or
you
just
can use the
something that we're
you can use the Humble Wanderer for now, if you want. The amateur, I'll add something like that later.
Okay. So I guess we'll fill it with silver coins, but we don't want to fill it to the point where it would go over its capacity.
Yeah, because looking at
we're
Ivis's sheet, it's
putting
like
the plate armor and stuff in, so that will be heavy.
We do need to find a bag of holding so we have a nuke, by the way. For emergencies,
So all the silver coins total is 600 pounds.
Okay, so we won't take all of them then. We'll take about half that amount.
So 300. Okay, 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Always dump some out later if we need to.
Yeah.
Like, Ferdinand's gonna be just absolute Scrooge McDuck in the ship again.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Dagobert.
I know, I do actually.
All right, so
okay,
you,
okay.
you take apart the armor of the this armor set and put in there. That's like 65 pounds, and then you just casually chuck in the clothes, the jug, and the umbrella, and the staff.
Yeah, the umbrella's the most fun part. Whew.
All right, you have cleaned out the vault.
So shall I add this to Cogger and crew, or the stuff, or will we put it in somewhere later?
I'll write them in chat, and one of you can just like write in the log, like in like a description or something, what you have, and then I can add them later once you identify them.
Okay.
Hi.
I'm gonna put it in tactics.
Yeah, we'll have to know how many silver coins.
And we said we took half, so that's 15,000.
Yeah.
There we go. That's what you got.
Ah, yes.
What are those? Is that like actual silver coins, or are they specially minted stuff?
They're old minted, but that doesn't really change the value of them too much. It's
Still
about
just weight in silver.
yeah.
We're waiting on
You know what
people.
we could do? We could summon your thing, and then we could spend these silver coins on something that is more like
Hmm.
Money
Uh,
change.
That's called
yeah, like
money
turn it into
laundering.
diamonds.
Yeah, we're money laundering. You're a
Yeah.
coin cleric. That's expected.
Yeah, we summon your thing, and then we just get like shovelfuls of silver coins and just buy diamonds with them, and then we can use all of them
We're
up.
not just asked if she can like exchange it for gold and platinum.
I mean that too.
We're okay with murder, but we draw the line at money laundering.
We can still declare it in our pirate taxes.
You come up to Eos just sitting here looking down. Just stares.
You okay, yes?
Place creeps me out.
Do you wish to call Spec down here, or do you just wish to keep exploring for now? What do you want to do? You tell me.
Sure.
Can you buy information? Have you already tried to buy information about this place from her?
What?
Does she sell information?
No.
Oh,
No, she's literally just a vendor.
Okay.
Are we
A
like
vending
in a
machine.
hurry, or...
It says I've got 2 uses left.
You should have 3. May not reset.
Yeah. Wait, let's see if I can. Was
I
that-
mean,
yes.
maybe you shouldn't, because we should probably move along at this rate.
Is this flowing below us?
Yes. Well, relatively, it's like one of those like calm surfaces, but you can tell that things are moving beneath it. Is one of those waters. Undercurrent is very strong.
Hmm.
You just let me know, Ferdinand. If you want to summon, you can. I just need to know if I can spawn the thing.
I'm just kind of like lost. Like, how much gold are we actually missing out on? Like, we've
10
got most
silver.
of it.
10 silver is 1 gold.
So about 1k, 1.5k.
Yeah.
I already took
Much
1,000.
move on. Like,
Yeah, I took 1,000. I don't think it's that worth it.
let's
but
just head
it's an
on.
option.
We're wasting
Yeah.
a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time getting into the vault anyway. But,
Yes.
but I'd say people grab the silver, like stuff that you can carry at least, and you can always dump it out later if you need.
I think I'm very high capacity. Oh,
Eos never
You know
went inside, but he has a lot of carrying capacity if you want to load him up with silver.
Well, just grab as much as you want and just take it for yourself. Like,
Oh, I can grab a lot. Holy shit. Hold on. I'll grab 2,000.
Oof.
Yeah.
Ask her to a specific amount because that's all she can carry.
I could carry more, but I got 6,000 currently.
Yeah. All right. Once you're done, please just regroup, together.
we're at the stairs down south if you want to come down here. Ooh, your shiny flowers.
All right. You all have found what appears to be what's been like an elegant staircase going down that it's kind of half fallen down to the chasm beneath you. That's roughly like 100 feet below you.
What's that? Why is it glowing?
You've seen those already. There are some glowing spots here, almost like bioluminescence, like things from the deep. However, because of the fog and the mist, it's hard to see them beyond a certain radius.
Would I recognize this type of thing from deep in the ocean?
Yeah, you can roll nature.
I will. I will.
You know that it's from the ocean. You don't know what exactly type it is, but you do know that it's a glowing plant.
I mean, I feel like I've seen this before, but it looks so different on dry land than in the water, so I can't really say what it is.
Why don't we pour some water on your eyeballs?
Oh yeah, can you?
Just take a canteen and just start pouring water on his eyes.
Oh, it's kind of nice. No, it gets rid of that nasty seawater from outside. It's really good.
What are we looking
Also-
at, Brandon? There's some kind of building?
Yes, you entered kind of like a fork in the road essentially, with several buildings on each side. They seem to be as tall as the other one, but also in various states of having collapsed in on themselves.
Walking, Yoshi's gonna say, be careful, we're not down here alone. Like, there's supposed to be people down here.
Yeah, that's. But I'm gonna just have a quick look around, see if we can
All right,
Are there
see any
any-
footprints or anything.
Yeah, signs of people who might have passed.
you may roll investigation as Astrid looks inside a room. Astrid, you see what appears to have been as general store of sorts, given how there are many shelves, likely, for where people would have placed them.
Oh, that's perception.
However, it seems that, to you at least, it's likely the tides pulled away anything of worth from these stone walls.
Using perception to see if anything might be watching us from the buildings above us.
Nothing seems to be watching you,
Okay.
but you can only see
Yeah.
a certain distance. You can only see 40 feet with the light. Ferdinand, everyone turns around and you're suddenly wearing a monocle. I think you've always had one, and a detective hat, as you have picked up on clues that the others, in their ignorance, are kind of walking over the crime scene.
Looks at Astrid mostly, who's just bumbling on ahead.
Hi!
Yeah,
There's
fuck
nothing in here. I checked.
So with that 26, you can tell that there have been several individuals that have passed through here at different times, times, essentially. The only reason you could tell this is because of how some of the more durable resources on the ground, like gravel and stuff that would have been moved but not necessarily washed away by any waters or tides, linger. You can see drag marks as if things from within these buildings were taken somewhere else. And with your 26, you could tell that they were dragged to the west.
I'll relay that to the party. Does it look like these were heavy things, or
Various marks of different degrees. Some were heavy, others were most likely light, but they were moved in somewhat of a hurry.
Now that I know what we're looking for, can we follow these tracks?
Ferdinand can. As he activates his Witcher senses and just knows where the boys go.
I say we follow the tracks.
That's a plan.
Ivis. A sign hangs on the cold floor, the words washed away by the sea. As you glance inside the building, you see clues that suggest it was once a tavern.
Oh. I could use a drink.
We're not having one though. We've wasted a lot of time already. Let's follow these tracks.
Astrid, as you kind of walk by that room, you can tell that was once a blacksmith, but now the silent forge and shattered anvils show that it's no longer in use. Anything of use has been dragged from this room.
I assume I'm still following the tracks, rather?
You are, yes.
Well, for a cat, Ferdinand's quite a bloodhound.
I don't.
Do the tracks lead up this? I think this is a bridge, or do
Yes.
they lead somewhere else?
They lead to the bridge, but then you notice that the bridge has collapsed.
Yeah.
While you think you can make the jump, it is definitely a challenge.
What is this building?
Which one? Which one are you,
The one to the north, the rooftop.
Just the roof of a building that has been submerged by the waves.
Okay.
Yeah, it's certainly across here.
Can't we, like, put something on top of it?
Jumping is athletics, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have that.
It's a 15-foot jump, essentially.
Are we going?
I think most people wouldn't make it without the truck.
Are we going?
We can go. We can go south and see if it loops around.
I could go across and get us a rope.
I mean, I can make the jump too.
It's a running jump without any check for me.
Well, I know that some people are better jumpers than I am, but we have other skills. Maybe, like, Ivis can just throw Astrid across. Astrid's kind of light.
Rope should work, shouldn't it?
It would be a horizontal rope, yeah, but it'd be kind of like, doing that little upside-down crawl across it.
Yeah, and we can have Ivis holding on one side, Eos on the other, and then Ivis can jump across.
Well, if you're cool with that, then I will sacrifice my dignity and upside-down climb a rope.
Same.
You can probably tie it around the tree here and tree there.
Indeed, these trees are coral trees. Pretty much imagine like a massive coral piece that has grown to the size of a tree.
I'm gonna
Let's
make
do
a.
that. I think we have some silk ropes and stuff.
Yeah,
You guys have ropes.
I'm gonna tie one under my belt and I'm gonna make a running jump across.
Alright.
Resist temptations to just yank when it's halfway through the jump.
Do I make that without a check?
Yes, your strength is high enough.
Does the bridge hold me?
Yes.
Does it feel unstable at all?
Somewhat.
I kind of look at it, look back up at Ivis, and kind of shrug. It's like, well, good luck. I'm gonna come over here and try to tie it off, and also hold it with strength if I need to keep it from unloosening, because I don't know if I'm gonna tie this well enough.
I'll tie up the rope on this end.
Do I need to roll for a tie or no?
You could. Yes, roll me sleight of hand, just to see how well it's done.
Make sure it's not goof. Oh well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm holding it as tight as I can
Pretty
as well.
shit rope.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna have to use a strength check to keep it tight.
Do you want me to have a look at the knot on the
You might
on
want
your
to
side?
hold on to this, Ivis. You're pretty strong.
Are we gonna have the conversation here? Can you not? I cannot. Okay.
Are there any more checks involved getting across, Random?
No. Pretty much with Eos holding on to it. If he had just left it after tying it, it would have been bad, but he's holding on to it.
Oh,
Ivis is as well.
I don't trust
How
myself.
tight is the rope?
Tight enough.
Could I walk across it like a tightrope?
You could try.
Yeah?
That would be a check.
Dex still.
That is something you can definitely attempt.
My acrobatics is +7. Do I go for it?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
would Edda do?
What can
You
go
still
wrong?
have Cat's Grace.
What
You
can
might
go
as well
wrong?
use the
Oh, I
growth
do
for
have
it.
Cat's Grace still.
Yeah, boy.
Okay. Advantage.
What can go wrong?
Oh my god.
What could go wrong?
That's with
I love doing
advantage.
that.
I'm rolling terribly. Is that a fail?
Yes.
I'm gonna use my my side bolted knack. Fuck's sake, what a waste.
Rule cool though. Everyone else,
Yeah.
sees you try, start to, topple a bit, start to almost fall over, but then you kind of tuck your heel in and regain your balance.
Polaris gives Astrid the gold because Polaris bet that Edda would fall.
I feel
Never
like we
doubted that for
shouldn't
a
be.
second.
I really feel like we shouldn't do dangerous shit like that down here, but
It looked really cool though.
I don't really know how dangerous it was. How good's your balance?
Risk goes upside down. Lanky, weird arms. Looks horrible. Awkward.
Alright, and then so you guys just leave the rope as it is, I imagine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, my neighbor
Yeah.
rang the doorbell. Do the tracks still lead?
Yes. I'm just waiting for everyone to regroup across the bridge.
Wait, is
Okay.
Ivis bringing the rope or is he leaving it?
I think I'm leaving it.
Yeah? Okay. Whose rope was it so we can actually
Must have been Eos.
Yeah, it's mine.
Okay, as long as I'm keeping track of it, I guess.
I hardly use it.
All right. Above you, you can see what appears to be kind of like a hill going upwards, and some sort of building at top. The tracks, Ferdinand, keep going west.
Cool. Follow me, follow me.
Do we want to
Sniffing the ground.
Do we want to go to the high ground?
These are the tracks.
Do I smell this blood?
What blood? You don't know anything's up there yet.
Do
Oh,
we,
yeah. Do I smell it?
No.
No.
can I, as we, like, keep following these tracks and, like, the train is shifted, can I do, like, a perception check for, like, sounds or anything like that stands out?
Based on your passive perception so far, all you guys have heard is the dripping of water from above and eerie silence. There's no movement of animals. Even the water is deadly still. It's not crashing against anything like that. And pretty much, other than the dripping, the drops of water from above and your footsteps, is silent.
Place is fucking weird, man.
Ferdinand, as you kind of pass by that building, you see some things were dragged out of it. But it seems to have been once a home.
Yes, it's just confirming that stuff has been dragged.
Correct.
Does it look like it's always been furniture or, like, more weird shit?
You can roll
Like
investigation.
looking at
You
the
can roll
mess they've
investigation
made?
again, and you can try to determine maybe by the drag marks what would have been dragged out. Anything. It seems they took benches, furniture, like shelves, things that they could move.
What the fuck?
I'll relay that to the party.
Are we sure
What
we
would
should be
they
following
cost
this?
to people? These are not valuable
Yeah.
items, sure.
Yeah.
That's
you're
very
trying-
strange.
Do you reckon they were?
The water out?
Are they making like a dam? What the hell?
Yeah.
Are these beavers we're fighting?
Oh, that would be really cool. I'd love to
Five
see massive
Parvins show
beavers.
up over the corner of the building and go, "Go away! It's our dam!"
Oh, you're trying to build a dam!
Similar to that building, Ferdinand, I see another house with things that have been dragged out.
What is
Oh. Who's that?
that? Ducky?
No! Ibis!
Perilously perched on what appears to be
Astrid, that's
outdated. That's a cliff. There is
Yeah.
a decrepit crane of petrified wood near what appears to have been once a stock room. Before it fell to the tides. There is indeed a ducky.
Edda, give me the duck.
Mage Hand the duck.
Give me the duck.
So well today.
Squeeze the duck.
How does this not concern anyone else?
You've collected the drowned duck. Its eyes follow you as you move around the room.
Oh.
you know that at the end of the campaign is like an extra session. Is going to be a battle with the duck god.
should
Or something.
do, yeah.
Fucked up.
Yeah, every duck that we captured, we're gonna.
We're gonna have to fight in a gauntlet of man-slaying ducks.
I really don't understand why we're picking these things up.
And in fact, our eagerness to find these ducks has been our downfall.
Look, we have to 100% the game.
I don't trust the ducks.
This looks like just a sort of like storage dock kind of thing, random.
Yes, and similar to the other buildings, things have been moved from here. Crates and stuff like that.
None of the crates stand out for being like worthwhile possessions.
Petrified. They're petrified wood, so you're not sure
Yeah.
what's in it, but the wood itself has been like, you know how like corals on it. It's very sturdy, almost like rock.
Do the tracks lead up?
Yes, where Eos has gone ahead. There's a little
Follow
drift
me,
globe.
follow me.
Thanks for coming back,
Walking
Astrid.
through the
I was
tracks.
trying to keep
For
an eye
fuck's
on
sake,
him.
Eos! Get back.
The tracks
The
lead
tracks
to the
lead
east.
right or north, west,
Yeah,
east.
to the east, to the right.
The tracks lead east.
But you do see more that have gone around to these buildings and kind of explored the area to the north as well.
Are you saying that from the north stuff has been dragged down as well?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I'll relay that to the party and say something along the lines of,
What does this look like to me?
I assume that there's going to be more residential stuff up ahead if they've dragged stuff down. Whatever's happening, it's all gathered around the east.
It also looks like a staircase that's relatively intact. Ibis, that building you entered appears to have once been a library of sorts, although all the books are waterlogged and the shelves caught with petrified wood.
There's nothing that seems to be intact that's left behind.
From what you can see, yes.
Is there anything in this building I'm exploring?
You see what you can see. You see, bed chambers. The layout with like an armory on the ground of things that have been moved. This may have been like a barracks of sorts.
Oh, staircase going up?
Yes, part of it has been covered by coral and sea growth, essentially.
What's the top of the cave look like? Is it just like stalactites?
You cannot
or is
see
there
the top.
coral? Oh.
We can have a quick glance up there, but whatever's happening, it's gathering east. So I say we don't waste unnecessary time.
Yosh is gonna jog up to the top
Yeah,
real
just
quick,
do
look
like a
around.
quick look around.
He's gonna relay that there's another bridge going to the east up here.
Does that make
There's-
sense from where we were from? Yes.
Yes.
That loops back from where we started initially.
Yeah. And as Polaris, you glance in, you see what appears to have been a layout of a restaurant.
Are there still pots and pans?
You're like at the front.
Some pans are mostly rust by this point, I'm guessing. There are any?
Yeah, through a coral blocked doorway, you can see very rusty and old cooking pots and stuff like that.
Polaris thinks to himself that that's probably a fantastic pot to cook from, and is sad that he can't reach it.
I say we got it back down at the bridge.
I feel like we're walking right into a mess, Ferdinand.
Well, we are following the tracks, and they've taken a lot of stuff, so yes, I presume so. What are we looking at?
Alright. You squint your eyes, barely making out what looks to be a tower through the mist. As you approach, you can see clear signs of violence. Bloodstains. The petrified wood.
Recent?
You would have to go closer to determine that.
Keep your eyes out, this doesn't look too pretty. Can I do another perception check for sound and stuff?
Sound, you can also roll investigation too, so wish as you approach.
Oh, okay. I'll do that.
Alright. And then you can also roll perception if you so wish to see what you hear as well.
Sure.
Alright. You hear the faint sound of waves. But that's pretty much it.
Nah.
And as you approach, you can tell that it does not seem that the water reaches this peak often. But anything else, you'll keep that roll, but you'll have to go inside and look around actively.
You're just gonna open the door.
Alright.
Step through.
Ferdinand, you note that there are many barricades set up at all windows and doorways, some of which have been broken inwards by outward force. You also
Wait.
note-
Mhm. They've been broken inwards by outwards force.
Correct.
So people have presumably hold themselves in this place using all the stuff they've dragged in to barricade themselves.
Correct.
You
You can also
I'll
tell.
relate.
Sorry, go
Yeah.
on. Do you want me to continue what you know, or do you want to?
I'll relay this information to everyone and be very
Turn around and look back over the bridge.
look around and stay very focused. Whatever people are trying to keep something out of this place. Now it might be inside now, looking at the mess it's made. It might be coming back.
All right.
How old is this gore?
Very old. For that, you can tell also that supplies have been gathered here, such as wood and items from nearby shops, most likely by whoever was here recently to aid in making the barricades. They do not seem to have helped whoever made them, or they did not have enough time to use them all.
And it's been reached from the north, right, specifically?
Correct. The door to the north has been broken down. The one by you guys is still relatively intact, but battered.
From multiple sides as well.
I'm going to, as an extra precaution, could I dim the light that Eos has a bit by putting... I've got some spare, like, common clothes that I'm not wearing. Can I put, like, a shirt over the top so the light is restricted to a smaller area?
You can. Obviously, it'll just make it so Eos can't see as far.
Yeah, but
yeah,
just
fine.
to stop it from getting too bright and not advertising a presence quite as much.
I'll half it.
Good call.
Squinting down the north path, I imagine I don't see anything.
Correct. You just see more of the
It's
bridge.
the darkness.
Can we tell what was breaking down the barricades? Was it weapons or...
It was a class.
Based on how it looks blunt, like it was like very blunt.
Yeah. Owari out. And has
So-
it ready.
One thing I was kind of curious about. So with my LRS,
Mhm.
it means that it lets me see ley lines and stuff.
Yes. Well, you can specifically see like the well points where the ley lines gather and give like a little suffrage of power for you to pull upon for like some of their abilities.
Oh, okay. So probably okay. I was just curious.
Yeah, you can't see like the generic lines, but you can see where it like pools essentially. And some of the ley lines let you like restore spell slots from them if you have the ability from the LRS.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
I take it the stairs lead up?
Yes, Eos goes up around like a very, 20-foot staircase, slowly going around the corners. And enters what appears to have been a center building with 4 bedrolls, an old campfire, and a journal.
Can I pick the journal up?
You can.
I do so.
Alright. This waterlogged journal has seen better days. Splotches of dried blood can be seen upon its leather cover, hiding half of the title. You assume it reads as follows: Mission Journal of L. Yislin. Do you open it?
Crack it, like
Alright.
right in the middle, read a page, close it, and hand it to someone else.
Pass that on, pass that on.
What is the page I read have in it?
There's only one page with words, and it reads,
Oh.
This journal is to keep track of discoveries learned during the operation. Should the mission fail, return this journal to the nearest courier for a reward. Reading past this page will dispel the aberration magic protecting it and nullify any reward. I'll leave it up to those who find it to decide if knowledge is indeed worth more than coin.
Turn it into the nearest what?
Courier.
Okay.
Does it say where? Is there a clear sign what the destination for the courier would be? Is it like a name, address?
There's not. You presume that the Couriers Guild probably would do something with it.
Yes.
Does it
I think
say
the
what the reward would
information.
be?
It does not say what the reward would be.
I think that the information inside could be the type of information that could keep us alive, and that could be worth more than money.
Snap it closed, I would hand it to either Etta or Ferdinand.
Yeah, I want to have a closer look and see if I can use my detect magic and my knowledge of
Okay, then I hand it.
Arcana and everything, and see if I can work out how the spell works.
Sure, roll Arcana.
I definitely hand it to you though.
Oh my god, I'm rolling so
yeah,
bad.
you're uncertain. You do know it's abjuration, but you're not sure if you could replicate it if you broke the seal. It seems to be very intricate magic built into the item itself.
You got a magic book over there?
Is there any information to deduce that this might be tied to the mercenaries we came to look for?
You're uncertain. You could probably, the journal would tell you more, but from what you've gathered, this seems to be the only people who have been down here recently, and It's, maybe based on context clues, this could have been the group.
Okay,
You're uncertain though.
Second question: we see blood. We see 4 bedrolls. We've got a journal, but I've seen no corpses so far.
Correct.
Ooh.
Right.
Are there any spirits about?
You have not heard any.
I mean, if this place has been flooded, perhaps it's just also been like sea creatures, even if it floods just like once a week. Does it look like it has been flooded recently?
Fairly enough. Like, the water doesn't reach up here often. But it seems the water doesn't reach the center room even at all, but maybe the lower floors sometimes get flooded.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we open it. I don't think the reward would be. It doesn't say what the reward is, so
Yeah,
it could just be something as little as.
I don't know if I understood the text properly, but we need to dispel the enchantment then, right?
No. When we open it, it gets dispelled,
Yeah.
and then we can't collect the reward. Is that how it works? Is
Yes.
that? Yeah.
But we can get money from other things.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's worth opening it.
Yeah.
Read
Alright.
it. Read it.
Who opens
We
it?
will learn about drums in the deep.
Do you want me to do it?
I'm
for
gonna
magic?
open it with Mage Hand,
Mm-hmm.
a bit away from us,
Alright,
just in case it blows up.
Nothing blows up, but you do see the aberration magic fade from it as you do it. And who wants to read it? It'll be a log to read out loud to the others.
Come up to the front of the class and read.
Who wants to read so the DM can take a water break?
Fine, let's
You want me-
Ferdinand will do it.
Alright.
All
And
the
Mage
French
Hand it
accent.
over. Open it up like it's a.
Ferdinand just grabs a hold.
What's it called?
Come on. Don't be
Alright.
pretending.
If you go to your journal, panel, you should see Maven's Scout Book now.
Yes.
Alright, and take it away.
Ah, fuck, I need to do this?
Whoever's
Yeah,
reading
that's
it
what
out
you
loud.
just agreed to.
Oh, God. Fuck. It's so much!
In the accent.
Oh,
Read it if you don't want to, but
I started 1, right? Arrival?
Yes, yeah.
Normally I take a little cough sweet, but I don't have any down here, so sorry. Chapter 1, Arrival. As assigned by our fixer, we have ventured to Franseer in order to recover a forgotten relic. We did not question how they learned about it, only about how much coin we could receive upon retrieval. Sensible, sensible. We arrived at low tide on the 22nd of Golden Leaf in, this year. Is that current? Is
Yes,
that
that's the
recent?
current year, 1421.
And 2nd of Gold Leaf was how long ago?
Roughly 2 to 3 weeks ago.
Right. Making use of the discovered passageway within the ancient temple from our contact, we made our way through slime-covered halls and waterlogged streets. Upon arrival at the flooded level a few hours later, I immediately could tell something was wrong. The mist that lingered after the retreating waves was oppressive, suffocating, everywhere. Even with my natural abilities to see in the dark, the mist denied me of my senses. A led us through the streets, an ever-torch flame held high, while J kept an eye peeled on the cavern walls around us. M secured our rear, ever alert for even the slightest change in the area. Wow, they sound more organized than we. This city must have been gorgeous back in its time, with all its tall rooftops and enduring stonework, but now it's a flooded crypt. Chapter 2. Investigation. We found our way to an intact tower of sorts that made camp. Shit, that seems to be where we are now. It seemed high enough to avoid most of the issues that the tide brought with it, and provided us a means to recover our strength and discuss where to go next. While we rested, Jay swore that they saw movement within the fog. When we investigated, however, we saw no signs of any activity. Still, better safe than sorry. A made sure to cast Tiny Hut before we slept. The tide is back. I can hear the waves crashing against the base of the tower below us. There's something strange about the sound, but I can't figure out what it is. I was tempted to leave the hut to look, but I thought better of it. I'm not getting paid enough to die for mere curiosity. With the tide having left once more, we set out in a different direction to look for clues for how to access the relic. A went to secure for purification. J ventured towards what we presume to be an old entertainment district, and M searched for any threats. Do these things make sense to us? The water for purification.
Yeah,
That was just water.
get the water. And then you
The
cast
old
purification.
entertainment districts. I don't think we necessarily, but we probably passed through it at some point.
Yeah, the
There was
tavern
a
area most
theater at
likely.
some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good call. While I wandered the lower paths near the water, I caught a glimmer through the mist in the south. A beacon of sorts, dancing as if trying to catch my attention. Before I could figure out what it meant exactly, A requested to solve for reconvene through sending. Oh, this is a final little chapter. It's not a long one, unfortunately. We discussed what to do next. Jay had found clues leading to the destination, but it would require reversing the dead, silent water. We had ample water-breathing potions, but unlike A and J, A and I weren't blessed with the most amazing swimming skills. Still, we decided to wait until the next low tide before we ventured forth. Something is odd. Waves are back, but louder. Unnerved. I'm going to investigate. It's not the waves. I barricaded the door. A and J are gone, dead. A dispelled the tiny hut during the night as if possessed. M is at the door, straining to keep it closed, but he is only human. Exhaustion is seeping in. They claw at the stone, it won't hold long. My sending magic won't work. Got to write fast. If anyone reads this, leave. This place is not worth it. And that's where it ends. This is not good.
Time to fucking go.
The sound of waves crust
No.
against the bottom of the tower.
It's
Fuck.
time to go.
Let's go.
Let's
We
go.
have what we need.
Yep, we're leaving.
We know the path. North, east, up the stairs.
The game's paused. I'm nervous.
The game's fucking paused.
Of course.
Suck my dick, daddy. Let's fucking go!
Time to fight.
So were they the Maven mercenaries, I guess?
I would think so. It's that Maven Scout book.
That makes sense. Probably should see if there's any water breathing potions for the rest of y'all up there.
I don't like how. I hate this! Oh no.
Nanny the fuck.
Sir,
They
what is
have
that?
to be all around us?
No. They might be friendly.
They come, the depths, almost
Oh.
manifesting out of the still waves themselves. A combination of flesh, ocean, and something more. Something ancient. Their movements are erratic, sometimes quick, sometimes slow. They shamble, they run, towards you. Their steps conjure forth the sound of waves crashing against stone. Their mouths agape, silently yelling, silently damning. This is not a battle you can win. You cannot count their numbers, easily surpassing the thousands. This is an army, and it comes for you. All you can hope to do is endure. So,
Until.
you have 2 or 3 choices. Because Ferdinand, as this is happening, you hear a faint whisper upon the wind, calling your name to the southwest.
Why only Ferdinand?
He's a
voice
cleric.
I recognize.
He read the book.
And he's got the rod.
Out.
You can roll
And
religion.
I've made a deal with a god.
Yeah, you can roll religion.
So
you're
many
a,
things
you're a
happening.
cleric of glasses. We are in a drowned city.
What if we throw
Fuck,
one
now
in
I
the
roll like shit.
So,
to-
you're uncertain, but it does feel like you've heard it before. And you kind of put the 2 clues together, and you think it may be Guasis or Guasis related because of the moment you did meet her before.
Exactly, yeah.
So, there are several choices you guys can make here. Regardless of what you choose, there will be a series of skill checks to see if you survive the night. There will be rarely any combat this session.
I mean, that's cool, but also, oh no.
So, you can try to force your way out through the horde. You can try to endure the horde here first, with the barricades and the walls you got, or try to force your way to the southwest with the beacon calling you. You have a couple minutes to prepare. The horde is climbing up and coming down the stairways, so you can choose to spend some time barricading and making more stuff, or getting ready for combat, essentially, that kind of stuff.
Eos pulls out his sword, yells at Ferdinand, "What's the plan?"
So, over the night, you will make a series of skill checks. You can get through the night without any combat if you succeed them all. But, essentially the rules are, a character can only make one skill check at a time, and you cannot make an additional one until all other characters have gone. So one by one, you guys will go through the night and make a skill check. You cannot choose the same skill check twice. So if Eos chose Athletics on a turn, he cannot choose it again for the rest of the night.
Gotcha.
Spells can be cast to gain advantage on a singular skill check, if they make sense. And there will be a total of 30 checks.
Fuck me.
A barricade allows for a failure.
But wait, how can there be more checks than we have skills?
There's 6 of you.
There's 6 of us.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
It's going to take everything we have. I say we fight to the west.
I mean,
Yeah, I say we run.
theoretically,
Like it would make
me and
it-
Egypt
That,
will go
looking behind us, these people tried to hold out. It did not work. We need to go.
Me and Egypt could
I'm
use
down to
ghost
run.
powers and go ahead. Just
Like
to
a
see what
fighting
happens.
retreat through this horde, I
Right.
think is the best
And
idea.
then head southwest towards the beacon, right?
Yes. Well, that's up to you guys, but keep in mind, the barricades do allow you to fail a check and not have anything bad happen, for as many barricades as there are.
Yeah, but that means we're sitting still.
Correct.
I
You would
don't
have to
like the
endure
idea
all
of being
30.
sitting ducks.
But if we move, what's the benefit?
The nice
Potentially
god lady
less
is
checks,
on-
depending on how well you roll.
But
Yeah, I say we move.
for
I
my
say we leave.
understanding is and this might be a bit too meta-y.
Mhm.
Could we hole ourselves up, use up as many barricades, and then head out?
You
Or
could,
will
yes.
the checks themselves get tougher since
That I can't answer, but you could hold up here and then make a run for it after you've cooled the horde a bit. But pretty much imagine the whole, all the streets, all the walkways are now filled with these creatures more than what you just see around you. There are literally thousands of them. You'll be fighting as you move, cutting your way through.
Like water, right?
They came out of the water too, yes.
how many
Yeah.
checks are there?
Throughout the night, presuming you're being holding at the tower, 30.
And presuming we hold up in the tower. Alright.
Yeah.
You have
So I say
8 barricades
we
around
hold-
you. Each barricade
we-
means so if you fail a check, nothing bad happens, you just lose the barricade.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But
I'm
the idea of
afraid that-
following Ferdinand's god is very tantalizing.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
I say
it is
hold up
pretty-
for a little while and then move when we've called them a little bit.
But that feels like the worst of both worlds.
Is it? It's either beneficial or detrimental. I don't.
I think also thinking of my character, if Ferdinand would have a vision from God that we need to go somewhere, I would follow him, because this is just previous people holding up didn't make it. Yeah.
Yeah. Edda's
Just ready to fight.
thoughts are I don't want to get cooped up in here. It's better to have some ability rather than just being trapped.
Yeah.
At least if you're outside, you've got options. If you're in, you're in. There's not much you can do. You're stuck.
Yep.
Fine. Then
Make a break for it.
Ferdinand's cat ears will perk up. Look towards the southwest and be like, Guasis is calling. We better get the fuck out of here. I think that's our best shot.
Do you know where in the southwest?
I trust Guasis.
All
Well,
right.
you better trust me because I'm not even sure.
So you forgo the barricades and try to make it out initially right at the start, essentially.
Think it makes more sense than being hold up, be more and more surrounded. Because in like a meta way, we could purposely fail like 8 checks just to thin down the amount of checks, and then once barriers are down, haul it out of here. But that seems
detrimental.
I
but
don't think random will let us get away with that bullshit.
no, exactly, because that would be.
Yeah.
And it's also just like character-wise, I don't think it would make sense for us to like think, oh, let's hold down a little bit and then move. Like, you'd kind of think you'd want to either move immediately or like, or just fully hold up.
Random, my
Makes
token
sense.
seems to be stuck.
I think I put you in a wall. Sorry.
Yeah, I think.
Would it be able to use like the stance that I have to kind of clear away at first using
No.
some key?
It's
No,
only going to be skill checks.
gotcha. Okay.
I do think that whatever we choose, we need to completely dedicate to it. Like if we stay, then we will have to hold out, and if we go, we have to all go
How-
and just not look back.
If we lose a single skill check, how bad is it for us?
Trying to decide if I should be able to should tell you that or not.
Mhm.
And then, does
Is there a
Then-
margin for error here?
So
That's
worst
all I
case
need to know.
scenario, when a serve
Is there-
battle fails are made, without not including the barricade fails, the number of turns left change into combat turns against these swarms and hordes.
Gotcha. Okay.
oh right, so then it'll actually be a combat survival thing.
Yes, the skills are to bypass it entirely and conserve resources while doing things, but worst case scenario, you just have 30 turns of combat.
And then another question: does their appearance seem to coincide with the rising of the tide? According to like, is this like actually in time with what we would have expected from rising tide?
Give or take a little bit, yes. A little bit, like, the tide has been back for a while, but it has been several hours since.
So it could potentially be that we not need to hold out forever, but until the tide.
Yeah, metagame-wise, you just make 30 skill checks.
Yeah.
It's not,
But
it's
it
not
might
3
be-
minutes, but it's like over. It's gonna
Yeah.
be several, series of checks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if we move, we might. If I understand it correctly, if we move, we might get to do less than 30 checks.
But you'll have no safeguard, correct?
Okay.
It's up to you guys. Are you confident that you have more than one ability you can roll on and still do well as you
No.
traverse?
I have exhaustion, but yeah, I have some
No.
good ones.
I dumped so many stats.
I've got animal handling, survival, perception, medicine.
As long as you
insight,
can make a
athletic.
narrative reason why it would work, any skill is viable, essentially.
And
Even
that-
tools.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, we're all proficient in Smith's tool.
That would be good for barricades. But
Wait, yeah, we could actually use that.
We did that.
I mean, we could say we're holding on here for a little bit till there's a gap that we can make a run for.
yeah, I don't know. I think it
I-
does.
I don't think
like
there'll be a
that.
gap.
We use our proficiency in Smith's tools to hold up here and try to call the horde, because we at the current point in time, it's kind of metagaming to know that they're endless. So we would try to hold up and then try to push out. I
I don't think it's metagaming to know that they're
No.
endless
You
if
see
you look
thousands of them.
outside.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, fair.
I think
Same
it's
time.
more metagamey to like be looking at like
Just
all of
easier.
these thinking and thinking, oh, we'll just hold up here when we see all of these people die throwing that exact same.
Ferdinand did get a call.
Yeah, I
Mission.
think it makes
Yeah.
sense to
He
run
did
for
get
it.
like a text message from his.
So
big
I have a
dog.
question.
Glasses is like, hey, you up?
DM,
Yeah.
if we barricade this building and make a run for it, does that stall like from behind us? Does that give us kind of a little bit
There's
of
so
leeway?
many of them, it becomes it's not relevant anymore.
Not relevant?
Yeah,
Okay.
like they're everywhere. Like there's like every single space on this map has one of them on it, essentially.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we're overthinking in
Yeah.
terms of like we need to do one or the other really.
Personal opinion,
We
I
all
say
have Smith's tools.
book it.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
I
We
agree.
have
Yeah.
a couple of minutes to prepare, right?
Yes, that's presuming you're going to be if you were going to barricade yourself in here. Yes, you would be able to
We
roll
could
spell
take
checks to
A
barricade.
matter of seconds to do a couple of things, like I can cast enhance ability for a specific check on
Keep in mind, remember, spells are only used for one skill check when you're making it. You can't like buff and have like, advantage in all your skill checks for the whole night.
No,
This is gonna
I understand, but wouldn't it work in a sense that, say, I cast Bear's Endurance on myself and Riz, and then we would have, if we do decide to make a con check, that is with advantage.
Are there any skills?
I have no idea.
There's no con
I
skills.
just
But yeah,
listed the first
you
one
could
on
have
the list.
like a base endurance roll and use con.
Yeah. But you would do that when you're making the skill roll. Like you want to be like, I expend the spell slot to give you advantage on that skill check, essentially.
No, I mean normally no, because enhanced ability isn't like reactionary.
That's what for this scenario for all these skill checks it is essentially.
Okay.
That's what,
Okay.
I'm allowed.
For this
Right.
specific
Using
scenario, we
Yeah.
have
advantage,
scenario
even
rules.
if it's not.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, but then I could not use enhanced ability again.
You could use enhance ability again. Spells are fine, but you'll be going through spell slots for one check essentially. To give
Yeah,
advantage.
It wouldn't.
yeah.
The concentration
Okay.
hold.
So we've got stuff like guidance, we've got enhanced ability, and
got
we
two
have
more
access to
enhanced
other
abilities.
spells.
Yeah, you could be like, I cast magic missile to give Eos advantage on this athletics check because I'm blasting the zombies near him. Like that could be like how you give him an advantage.
Right, and is it always personal, or can people interject or assist? With
People
other
can interject with spells to give help, yes.
Yes,
But you
okay.
can't
So
all just take the help
guidance,
action.
Can we do the whole, we get one guidance per long rest thing? So I've already
Yes.
used mine, but
Yeah.
then everyone else can still
Yeah,
have
guidance
theirs.
is fine. Yeah.
Cool.
I can help the 2 other people with bolstering magic.
This is dank as fuck. Okay.
I just need to know. You
Yeah,
going
I
or
think
you
let's
staying?
go for it. I think it makes a lot of sense narratively from
Just
that
a
sense.
sprint.
I want
Yeah.
to run. Yeah.
Yeah, we were booking it.
Does anyone else want bolstering magic?
Well, you do that when
But
they
again, it
you do
doesn't-
that when they need it restored. It's not right now. Yeah.
Huh?
Who
No, I
wants
do
to
it
make-
beforehand.
Spell slots.
Who wants to make the first check? What's
I mean,
the plan?
bolstering magic.
So bolstering
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
magic.
that's the discussion we just had. That with this specific scenario, there are scenario rules that you cast it for the skill check.
Yes. Also,
Right.
for bolstering magic, yeah, you would be able to give someone advantage on their thing, Ivis, because for the D3s and so, like for restoring spell slots, you do that as an action anyway. You can give someone back a spell slot. You don't give it ahead
Oh no,
of time.
I was doing the D3 so people could get the +3 to ability checks.
That won't last the whole night. That would just be for one check then.
For 10 minutes?
It's literally hours. I don't know what to tell you. Like that's
Oh,
like
okay.
based on
This
the
isn't
rules.
a turn
Yeah.
by turn.
Yeah, this is like you're doing like rushing throughout like the night essentially. You're not gonna get out of here in like 2 minutes. That's why there's a bunch of skill checks that are gonna happen instead of combat.
Okay, well, I can try and start off in front.
All right. Well, yeah, we can decide on turn order if you guys want to like roll like initiative at least, so we can have like an initiative where so you know it's your turn to make a skill check. So give me a second.
Yeah.
Do we want to roll or set up an order?
I'm gonna roll automatically, but you can set up the order anyway. So you can just tell me who wants to be first. You should be able to see yourselves once I put it in. So just tell me who wants to be first, second, first, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth.
I'd love to not be first.
Go
I
We
mean-
just
first.
leave it in the whatever the regular order is. But we can shift Astrid somewhere else if they want.
I mean,
I don't mind.
I don't think the order really matters that much.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
I get
happy.
Can I
I'm
make
happy to
an-
go up front?
Yeah, can I make an argument? Oh, we're rolling for initiative.
Well, who wants to
I
go
would
in what
like
order?
to be in the back because if I fall behind a little bit, I can use Thunder Step, and that does damage around me and transports me forward. So I can fall behind a little
Again,
bit.
I think that will be part of a skill roll rather
Yeah,
than.
and we're not unless you're in a combat, like an actual combat, if you fill your things and stuff like that.
Sure, it's
How do I get the thing up again? The
I
I'll put it on a
Can
bit.
I-
Yeah.
can I go using either I take the light off. I take the shirt off the orb to give myself more light. Obviously, there's no point in not. They're coming for us no matter what.
So Ferdinand, Eos, Astrid, Ida, Ibis, Polaris. That's the order you want?
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to go further ahead, but
Okay.
Maybe put Ivis after Ferdinand?
Okay.
You can put Ibis first if you want.
I'll go up front. Or Ivis, either of us.
Looks
I don't
like
think it
camera.
really matters, but
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, it's just who wants to go makes the first roll.
I think
essentially.
thematically, Ferdinand hears the call and he'll be
Yeah.
like, follow.
Okay. So Ferdinand, Ibis, Eos, Astrid, Ida, Polaris. Are you guys ready?
Yo, I'm not even worried, dude.
it's gonna be fine. We'll just give up one of Eos's arms.
Okay, this music
Fine.
is pretty intense, though.
You open the
Oh, there's
doors,
one.
casting away the protections that the tower offers.
I
And
kicked that
brave the
motherfucker
street.
open.
Ferdinand, what is the first skill you wish to make for the help the group get past? And give me a narrative reason why you're doing it and how it works.
What? Oh my god, this is fucking difficult.
I could do it. I mean, I assume you're telling us, like, we need to go?
You're moving as a group. It's just one person making a skill check at a time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're telling us we need to fucking go, and you're gonna, like, either, like, lead us and like, cut through or something.
Yeah, that's thematically what needs to happen. But if I understand correctly, what we need to do now is then, per check, per event,
Decide our actions.
narratively and tie it to a skill, an ability, or a spell,
Specifically a skill, but you can use a spell to buff it, essentially, give it advantage.
how to resolve the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I could, for instance, like, from my understanding, I could, for instance, like, I just want to blast this guy away.
Yeah, that could be Arcana.
That would be Arcana buffed by, say, a guiding bolt or something.
Yes.
Okay, fine, I'll do that.
Alright, so you wish to use Guiding Bolt up as one of your spell slots?
Yeah.
And then you
And then
just...
you want me
yeah,
to roll Arcana as well?
Just roll Arcana with advantage. As you start blasting the horde, as you lead the charge, your Guiding Bolt shoots forth, cleaving through dozens of the horde, as it makes a path on the bridge to the west.
And we're all cutting our way through. Alright, let's go.
Ibis, what
I
skill do
imagine-
you wish to make?
I imagine the guiding bolt, like, lights up a lot of targets that normally would then have advantage on them or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would probably just start mowing through these things.
Yeah,
'Cause
otherwise.
We're fresh.
I mean,
Like blades cutting through, knives dropping in, and dive.
Yeah, we're mowing
Yeah,
through hordes
dive.
right now.
Let's try to not use too many of our physical skills and, like, blasting skills to ruin it.
oh, I mean, all I got is physical, so I'll probably start off with that. I'm probably going to start off with
Use your
athletic.
charisma!
But yeah, even though I'm not actually attacking, I guess I take out the hammer and I'm just trying to mow them down, running straight for them with athletic.
Alright, roll me athletics.
Just
Would the guiding bolt advantage
Could
give
you
him-
could
Guiding
you
Bolt-
rage to get advantage on this?
I was thinking about yes.
You could use Rage to grant yourself advantage on the skill check, correct?
I will do that.
Alright. Roll athletics with advantage.
Hey.
Oh,
As-
nice.
Yes, as Ferdinand
wow.
blasts a hole in kind of like, like 20-30 feet into the horde, you see Ibis kind of run forth and start swirling his hammer around, ice waves getting shot out, kind of freezing some and making others go down into like statues, as he kind of just charges through the hole, making it so it lingers so the rest can follow. Eos,
I don't know how to get advantage like you guys do.
you can spin key,
You've got spell,
Oh, I can
you've got
spend
key,
if it makes sense, yes.
maybe, like, class features.
Oh, you can spend class features and stuff?
Yes.
If you could think of a way to boost it, then yeah. It's just tied to, it's always tied to a skill. That's, I think, the tricky fact.
Correct. And you can't use the same skill more than once. So if you use athletics now, you won't be able to use it later, potentially when it gets harder.
Gotcha. Okay. Is it possible I can like use perception to see a way through that's a little thinner than the other ones and kind of
You may,
work my
yes.
way towards that?
That's very fitting.
Oh, that's smart as fuck.
Can I do? What should I add to that?
As long as
You've
it's an
got
ability
your
that makes sense.
sense. You've got your sense.
Can I
Like
use my
undead and
stance?
everything, can't you?
Yeah, can I use my stance of the spirits to kind of like reposition to find a better way to through? Or is
Yeah, you
that...
may. That's like,
Okay.
to use one of your keys. They'll say that was what you used it for.
Stance doesn't cost key, does it?
The stance that does the thing, the AoE thing, yes, that's one key to activate.
Gotcha. Well, I was I was using stance, and I could try to cut through an area with using my perception.
So you may roll perception with advantage. All right.
Hey, nice.
You start dodging, through the horde as they approach. They're slow. You're kind of sensing them in slow motion as you go by one after another. The swings and slashes kind of start to avoid you as you feel this energy gather, and then you kind of do a downwards kick, cleaving yet another way through. All right, Astrid.
Can I use the spell Cause Fear to try to scare some of them off?
And what's the skill you're tying to it?
Intimidation?
You may.
That's clever.
Normal roll or advantage?
Advantage, because you're using a spell. You're using a resource to give yourself advantage.
I'll hit the
All right,
spell
Astrid. I imagine for a brief moment you don Alexi's visage and shriek using your banshee, causing them to back up instinctively. These do not seem to be undead, which Eos can tell they are not undead.
Yeah, these things are weird. I don't like it.
Maybe double check what your spell lets you see real quick, because you may know what they are. They are aberrations.
Yeah.
Alright, so you make more room. Ida.
Okay. I would like to. We're kind of coming up to some stairs in the cliff face, but it's quite like clogged up with lots of the horde. So I'm going to try and use my acrobatics to find a safe path down that other people can follow.
Alright.
And then I'd like to use my use of the levitate spell to try and help people that are struggling to get down.
Like make a little
down
jump
that
pad,
way.
essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, roll with advantage. Alright. You do that, Ida. You find a spot that can kind of make a little shortcut, like cutting corners, literally, letting everyone kind of jump up using levitate, landing into, a spot in the horde that's thin enough that you guys can make it like you can get there. So you're not like jumping on heads of, you're not Goomba stomping yet.
We've been rolling pretty well so far.
Well, we've all had advantage.
Don't say it.
Mhm.
Don't say it.
We've all had
It can
advantage.
still go wrong.
Alright. The horde thickens. The DC increases.
Oh, before Riss even gets a chance to go.
It's every 5.
Yeah.
Oh.
The horde thickens. We're running with a big crew. Riss takes some distance and tries to look like he is easy picking to get some of the guys to run towards him. And I'd like to roll deception.
Okay.
And can I lean on the fact that my armor gives this like difficult terrain around myself to actually create a weird like fault moments to actually lose a few of them?
Correct. You can use it once, so that'll be the one time you get to use like this aura essentially to your advantage.
Cool.
So
I
you
will
may
do that
roll-
then.
Yep, deception with advantage. Alright. You manage to kind of bait in the slow yet fast horde. And as your allies kind of cleave the path forward, you bait them as they kind of start to slip and slide on this freezing over terrain. As you then kind of duck and weave back to your allies. Alright. Skill 7, Ferdinand.
For my understanding, say I've used Arcana before. That's an intelligence check. Am I now through all my intelligence rolls, or is it
Just
full
Arcana.
skill?
Just Arcana.
Okay. I wanna dodge and weave, maybe distract or trip with a acrobatics roll, and can I boost that with feline agility?
You may. That'll be the one time you use it.
Yes.
Alright. Unlike Ferdinand's usual, walking in hind legs as he's going down these stairs, you see him kind of bend over and start running on all fours, weaving through the horde, turning their attention to him as he kind of... I imagine lets out a little primal meow here and there, this is your feline ability. And you kind of bait them away from your allies as they follow forth.
I need to check some. Let's see. Okay, so that was my wild magic from Rage.
Right, that doesn't really come into play. Each rage is...
Oh, no, but...
Yeah. You were curious what it looked like.
Yeah, no, well, I'm using that for what my next move's gonna be. It's gonna be Intimidation. As a screaming barbarian, sucking the energy life from those around, keep running through the horde.
And you wish to cast Rage again for another advantage?
Well, no, I'll still be having Rage since I use Physical.
No.
Or Strength.
No, it goes away. It's one-time use for each ability,
Oh.
essentially.
Okay, then yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm trying to intimidate them as I run through. So is that normal or with advantage?
Advantage, yeah, because you're using one of your resources. Alright. You let out this roar, and the horde... despite being a mindless enough horde, they fuel the rage, this power from you, this emotional strength, giving your Myolesi heritage, and they stall a bit, allowing you guys time to move forward. So now you have a choice, Ferdinand.
Yeah.
You can tell that the beacon is to the far south.
Oh, what? Oh, shit, yeah.
So you have a choice. You can try to keep following the road, most likely find a staircase down, or, as a group, you can try traversing the waters. A shorter but more direct path.
These things look aquatic.
They do. They'll probably be a little bit higher DC faster than if you went around, but it would save you probably 10 or 12 skill checks.
Out of character, I say we do it because we currently have advantage and we have resources.
Yeah,
I think we've still got enough things to keep boosting ourselves into advantage. I think eventually we're gonna start to whittle down.
Yeah, but not yet. So I think we should do it now and just go resource heavy.
Do I make a leap and try to help people jump down?
It's up to you. Skill check still.
Skill check still.
Do I use my best on this one? Is this the first of the difficult skill checks?
I think it's just gonna keep getting harder.
Yeah, and it'll get harder once you're in the water, because most of you can't swim as well.
For this one, because we're not in the water yet, I'm going to use medicine, and I'm going to use the blood orbs ability that Awari has to keep people healthy and topped off while also dealing enough damage to make it through this horde to the edge here.
Okay. Roll with advantage. Alright. As your party starts to slide down this cliffside, it's a gentle slope, but it is still, you wouldn't be able to climb it easily. But the slime, this time around, makes it so it's a graceful enough descent towards the water. You see Eos activate its blood orbs, shooting them towards the horde that's climbing on this ledge, trying to reach for you guys, almost trying to drown you beneath the waves to join them. You make it to the water. Astrid. This is check 10.
Can I try to knock more of them back from us by using Thunderwave with an Arcana check?
And you may use Arcana. You use it, just I need the Arcana roll next. not the...
Yeah, I need the damage as well. That's a high roll, that... No, it's not.
Alright.
Oh, nice.
As soon as you reach the water, you fall into the slimy, substance. You know that you're probably going to throw up in a little bit. But, for now, you reach forward and cast Thunder Wave, blasting forth these swimming horde-like creatures, approaching through the waves, almost like crawling through sand towards you. The DC has increased.
Okay. I would like to, because there's all of these drowned creatures in the water, and it's kind of hard to see. I'm going to cast to try and make sure that we can keep track of them. Go cast Fairy Fire, and I'm going to use Perception to try and spot all of the things that are coming up from the depth, so we can try and avoid them as we go through.
All right. Advantage.
Okay, just to use up the ability.
Yeah.
Perception with advantage.
All right. Like a flare, you let out this massive wave of fairy fire, lighting up dozens around you, and then beneath you in the water, you see crawling from the depths, hundreds more.
Oh no.
Polaris. Skill 12.
We are skill 12. We are in the water, which is their element, but it is also mine, and I speak this element literally and figuratively. So can I lean on the fact that I'm a sea elf and roll perception to find a good route to walk through the water?
You can do that, but you won't be able to gain advantage. But that is a good way to get perception roll.
What else could you use to maybe get, like, do you have any abilities that you could maybe use to get advantage on this roll?
I mean,
Otherwise, I can use enhance ability on you.
yeah, I was leaning on this sort of the sea elf thing. My other suggestion would be,
It has to be something
are
you
we
can use
walking
up.
or swimming?
You're swimming.
Okay.
So the reason why you can't use it is because if you want to buff, you have to be using a bit. Like, you have to use off of something, essentially.
Gotcha.
Well, the nice thing of being in the water is I am a sea elf, so I'm proficient with nets, and I have a singular net, so I would like to, like, use this.
I get what you're trying to do, but it has to be an ability or a feature. It can't be like, you can't use an arrow. You can, like it's like. You can,
Okay. We're getting there. We're making it through this, buddies.
I can enhance ability. I've got your back.
You know what? Let's indeed. Actually,
On the swimming is not the worst idea. Throwing it out there.
all right. I'm gonna lean on the perception and leaning on the swimming fact, and so I would roll normal.
Yes.
Enhance ability?
Yeah, enhance ability. So you're a really good swimmer, even better than you normally are, and you can help the rest of us across, and you get advantage.
It's just if you want to use the resource or not. Yes.
Well, I have an inspiration dice. I would like to feel very inspired.
From the sake of my understanding, I can use enhance ability as long as I have the spell slots for it, right?
Correct.
Then let's just use it. I have the spell
Different
slot.
question. Can I use Briggs's birthday 20?
You could. Yes, you could use it on this roll.
I'm doing it.
Don't use it on this.
Well, I've got enhance ability.
He's got a spell.
Okay, I'll use enhance ability instead.
All right. For now, I'll take off one spell slot, and then you may roll with advantage, players.
All right.
Oof.
Oh god.
Well,
With advantage?
Wait, what about guidance? If that would help.
Can I use my own guidance?
That's a question. I
On
think if
myself?
you can use your own guidance, it may succeed, but I don't. I think it's one other creature other than you is in your house written.
Insight to the creature who failed the ability check.
I guess yeah. Maybe you could do it on yourself.
You.
So, yeah.
It says when you or an ally does it.
All right. 15 is barely sufficient.
Ugh.
So as you were trying to go into the waves, trying to find the way through, there's so many of them. They're starting to,
There's so
climb
many-
out from the like. It's like they're being birthed by the waves themselves, but like you
The
can't even see
water
where
is
they're
so
coming
gross.
from. Like, you can't even
Ugh.
see more than 60 feet. They're coming from the shadows, and you're giving way. You're guiding your allies with the help of Ferdinand's magic, but it's hard to find the way. But then, in a stroke of guidance from yourself, you see the path that your allies can swim through to get to this roof just in time.
Bless. Oh, that was nerve-wracking.
Alright, you can see it now. The roof of a massive cathedral with a lit beacon guiding you to it. It is now skill 13, Ferdinand.
Right. With insight, through like more clearly being able to tell what their intentions are, what their abilities are, how long the reach of their arms is, and that kind of stuff, I want to like further a path through this.
Okay, yeah, that fits.
Through enhance it, and to enhance it, I want to use market value, which gives me advantage on insight checks if used on creatures.
I thought you were gonna summon Spec for a moment.
Yeah,
That's a hammer.
I mean, I've
God.
got that one in the pocket as well. Don't you worry about it.
Yes, okay, that is a use. That's something you use up, so you may now roll advantage. All right. You can tell that their reach is short. But there are many of them, and they're crawling, clawing at you. But because you're now on a rooftop, you can now see the limits of their range and guide your allies through as they cut and cleave.
Are these undead?
They are not.
No.
Okay.
They are aberrations.
Worse, actually. Worse than undead.
Ibis.
Ooh.
Skill 14.
Okay. Well, I'm looking around trying to find the best route. So I'm gonna, really get that adrenaline pumping. Kind of rage again, just to keep moving fast. I'm just gonna jump off one of their faces to even get a further jump.
Gooba Stomp.
Yeah. So that's my acrobat
You
jump.
turn into a shell. Alright, so acrobatics. Oh, yeah. You lead the way, you jump off of them into the water, into the horde, and you draw their attention. But as they try to cut and cleave at you, you manage to endure their insult, weaving through the water of grace that you have not yet seen, probably won't see ever again within you, as your party follows. Eos. Skill check 15, the last one, before you reach the beacon.
Alrighty, Eos is going to use athletics to jump up and start pulling people up, and he's going to use his key to help do that.
Alright. Give me the advantage roll on athletics. Alright. With the final DC being 16, Eos manages to help his allies out of the water, one by one, getting onto the roof. And, as you reach the beacon, now you have no idea what you're doing here. However, as you kind of linger in self-doubt, as these hordes start to climb up the cathedral's walls, the roof caves in a bit, as you all start to fall down to the depths below.
Oh god, from the frying pan into the fire.
Do we need like feather fall, or are we like?
Are we about to enter the turf wars of the abominations? We're gonna run into like some eldritch horrors down here or something? Like,
We'll find out in a bit. As I zoom on in, and we're gonna load the new map, I'll load the music and stuff, and we'll take a minute break if you guys want. I just need to go check something upstairs real quick.
Ooh, I can grab some food.
Be right back.
sorry, but that birthday 20 is going to be used to save or kill someone.
I want to use it for fishing.
I was
Or
about to
fishing.
say, I'd rather use it on something completely menial. Or...
Yeah, I mean, depending. We'll find a good way to use it, but I feel like this is too good to.
But this is a trap. It's the same way you don't eat something really nice, and by the time you're like, oh, this is a perfect occasion, it's like wasted.
It's like potions in video games. You end the game with like 50 potions because you've never used them.
I still have inspiration like that I got myself that I haven't used yet. So I need to use these bitches. You know what? Next battle. Let's use everything.
Or next time you go fishing.
Next time I go fishing, just use everything. I want the biggest fish.
Magic
Catch a
fish.
fucking
We need to get some magical bait, and then we can really.
I'm
catch
gonna
the big-
fish up a genie. Make wishes. Wish for some better friends that don't drink my blood.
I haven't drank your blood yet. I'm holding off.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah,
Today.
I'm going cold turkey. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, all that went better than expected.
Is that a phrase you guys have in
Yeah.
Europe? Is cold turkey a thing in the
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we use that.
Yeah.
We get a lot of American TV. We have all of your phrases.
UK?
Alright, I'm back.
Missed you.
And I'll give everyone a couple minutes to get back. I presume everyone kind of went somewhere.
I never left.
Loyal.
I got food in the microwave. Beep beep.
I was doing
Beep,
so
beep.
much mental maths because I thought that was going to last way longer. So I was
It
like,
could've.
if I use fog cloud, it's deception. I could use religion.
I thought I
Oh,
had
yeah.
like 4 abilities.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I
had a
was about to
spreadsheet.
like, and then I can use silence and blur. Oh,
I'm like, how can I tie religion into spell
I was-
X?
Trying to figure out if just praying would be helpful and just enhancing ability.
Oh,
points. I have very high roll for
It doesn't
that.
sound like you thinking ahead a couple of turns went very well if you resort to, I'm just gonna pray.
Just prayed. His intelligence is like +7 for me.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
just had like stealth next.
It was as an alternative to a boring several hour long combat of you cutting down
No, this is
zombies.
cool as
Yeah.
fuck.
I really
like it.
enjoyed this.
Yeah, I like stuff like that.
This is more intense and meaningful. Like,
this is
20-minute
more- yeah,
event than most 2-hour fights. To me.
And having
And
like
I
just
enjoyed like what the characters were doing.
yeah.
Yeah, people were using their stuff creatively, which I like.
Yeah. If it did come down to combat, it would have just been, you fight hordes. An alternative, which would have taken a little bit longer, but it probably would have felt just as cool if you ever got to combat, was that each zombie would have 1 HP, and if you got a melee kill, you just reset your melee kill. So just, you cleave your way through, essentially. But I think, you guys didn't have to worry about combat, so you got down here.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, the
Avoiding
DC started
combat
at,
for
the
the first
DC for
time.
each check started at 10. And then
We
each
don't
time it
really
went up
go
each
low.
5, it went up by
That's
2.
not too bad.
Yeah, the
Oh,
lowest
not
we had
too
was
bad.
15.
Yeah, so, you probably could have survived the tower, but it would have been, all 30 skill checks, probably around DC 20 by the end.
And we're using like our worst abilities by then.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's the
I-
thing, yeah.
I used all my worst stuff right at the start.
Smart.
Or at
Yeah, I
least
thought
my-
it would
Pretty well.
go
My
on
lowest-
longer, but
I think we
I
picked
guess
the
we were
correct
thinking
choice.
30 things was the tower, wasn't it? So
Yeah, we
Yeah.
picked the correct choice, I think.
Ooh, pretty.
Alright. Is everyone, do roll
Ooh,
call
this
real
is
quick?
pretty.
Eos?
Do what?
Just make sure everyone's here. Eos?
Yeah, yep, I'm here.
Ivis?
Yes.
Ida?
Yo.
Astrid?
Hello.
Polaris?
Yep.
And Ferdinand never left. Okay.
Yes. If you need to run to your microwave, just say it, Tex.
Yes. Alright. As you fall, Astrid, you consider using Featherfall, but you soon find yourself basked and braced in a gentle flow of water that kind of carries you all down several 100 feet. This was a massive cathedral that you were just seeing the roof of. You expected it to be flooded completely, given how, the water is all around it and the water, floods in every, day, obviously. But you soon find yourself just breathing air. The water has not invaded this place. Much of this cathedral, as you, kind of settle down in this, kind of ritualistic square with an ever-flame brazier that's, constantly glowing here, has been damaged. And it seems you're not the first to have reached this place. Countless corpses, mummified by the sea, linger upon its stone walkways and drift upon the waters outside of this kind of square, essentially. Some inside it, too. The Everflame, a large and powerful source of magic, warms this chamber ever so slightly, chasing away the chills of the water and mist from above. You find yourselves, being dry. Yet even this flame seems not to be in its optimal state, occasionally flickering as if about to go out. A statue can be seen to the far north with a massive blade impaled into it.
That's rude.
Okay. It's a temple. Is it clear who this might be dedicated to?
First of all, do we have zombies falling down behind us?
The zombies have not followed you. You can make an investigation from this far away to see the statue if you want. It's a very big statue. Or religion. I'll give you either.
I'll go investigation.
Alright, 1 second. Let me open up my journal again.
I really zoomed in to check every little thing just in case there was another duck.
I love how dedicated you
Priorities.
are, Kenny.
This cathedral appears to have once been in service to the god of the seas, Gwaces the Tempest. However, you notice that the statue at the far end of the hall is not in the form you're used to seeing her in at the temples within Red Wave and other areas. Here, she seems more primal, resembling more of a great sea serpent than her humanoid mermaid self. Indeed, the only similarity you can see are the shape and hue of her scales and the trident she wields in her maw.
Oh,
Does that
sweet
make
lovin'.
that sound like a more ancient version of like worship, or is it?
You could roll
is it-
religion now to see if you remember any stories about Gwaces or her rise to power. As a priest of Gwaces, you know that she wasn't always a god. She most likely gained the power and was something before then.
Leviathan?
Knowing your
Question
knowledge
mark?
from Nyrune and the quest you're on, it does look like a Leviathan.
Can I, for like religion checks with Ferdinand, give him advantage in the future? Because I'm also follower.
It wouldn't give him advantage, but you could also make some checks too. He just has a lower DC because he's a cleric.
Yeah. Can I go closer to the statue?
You can.
Actually,
Is-
before I, yeah, go ahead.
Is there? Is this water? Does it feel tainted like the water outside, or does it feel safe?
It is neither safe nor tainted. It seems to be mundane.
Is it seawater?
Do you wish to taste it?
Yes.
It is fresh water.
That's strange. Polaris would actually stand up and look at Ferdinand like, it's not salty. Why is there no seawater here? That's so strange.
Trying to figure it out myself. This fire, you said it was not doing too well, was it?
Indeed. As a cleric, now that you're investigating it, you feel like you can draw forth the powers of a long rest from it, and grant it to you and your allies.
And it'll go out, most likely.
Then it will go out.
Right, we don't need that yet, I think.
No. It does make it's kind of like seeing a bunch of like consumable items given, like right before a big
Yeah.
set of
Yeah.
double doors.
It all
Does that mean
seems-
we want to do that?
I mean, maybe if before we go through the set double doors, we may consider it.
What if we touch the statue and it fucks us up? Oh.
There's a book here in front of the statue.
Oh
It's
god,
paused.
it's
Oh,
paused.
oh.
Oh god damn it.
Oh, it's the blade, isn't it?
I'm nervous.
Nothing installs more fear than a music change.
As you approach the statue, Polaris and Ferdinand, as you kind of catch up, you can see that the blade is well crafted and not yet dulled. You hear fast movement from the south as overhead, Eos, you see a shadow jump from pillar to pillar, making its way down onto the blade.
Shout in warning, but probably too late.
What?
A large humanoid creature, a mixture of what you would imagine to be a dragonborn and something more, stands on top of the blade, crouched down as it kind of lands from above, creating a shockwave of dust and debris that Polaris and Ferdinand, you kind of put your hands up to avoid. He then stands at his full 12 feet tall height, glancing down at each of you with a cold intellect within his gaze.
Polaris looks up at it. Well, hello?
Fools to the slaughter.
Can we take that long rest now?
Hit the button, hit the button.
Is this, does this look like it could be a champion of Guazes?
I'll give you a free insight roll ahead of any potential combat. You may roll. They most likely once were.
But presumably no more?
Something seems to be off about them,
Right.
as if they are not themselves. They seem to be cold. Their mouth moves weirdly. And now, you can feel the power still, Ferdinand. Do you wish to grant your party a long rest?
I feel like we might as well, yeah.
Please.
Alright, everyone, you may roll a long rest as the light goes out.
Why are people taking damage?
That's the temporary hit points.
So actually, pause so you
Do I give myself manually new temporary hit points?
Yes, you have 9.
Okay.
Alright.
It's just like new feature, pretty exciting, kind of nervous.
Ferdinand,
Yes.
you can tell that Guaces most likely brought you here to either kill their old servant or do something else. You can roll religion as an action in combat if you want to gain more insight on what she wants, because this is a temple.
Excellent. Cool.
Boss traits?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, 1 sec. Let me sit up straight. Let's crack the knuckles.
Oh, this token doesn't have the version of... okay, I have to give them manually. Let me type them out.
Oh, for a second I thought that was a random linked fucking demon blade. I thought, oh, fuck.
Do we want to write a challenge this one?
Oh, suck my dick. Why the fuck do you have to bring that up?
Yeah, we can skip a write-a challenge once in a while. But it's up for you. I'll do either one. Sounds fine by me.
I am going to go ahead and use the free action on Owari at the start of this. We are fresh and have all of our abilities, and we, like...
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so I'm gonna post that in Discord.
Sorry, that wasn't to you, that was because it was translated to Abyssal.
Okay. That looks pretty wicked.
Alright, Martial Master. This creature will focus on making unique attacks with its melee weapon. Determined Grit. This creature cannot be frightened or charmed or swayed from its path. Honorable. This creature has unique traits tied to it based on the concept of honor. Destroyer. This creature deals massive damage to single targets. The Write-a challenge is as follows. Warping Strikes and Lost Honor. Each time the champion makes an attack roll, it can warp to another position up to its max movement speed, but not more than it can normally move. This is doubled in water. Additionally, at any point in battle, a creature may request a duel from the champion as a verbal action on their turn, drawing its attention and making so neither creature can take damage from anyone but their opponent. This lasts until either one is down. Only one duel can happen at a time. Defeated creatures from a duel cannot be healed for the rest of combat.
That teleporting thing does sound rough.
About the duel, is that like damage or is that just rolling against each other's roll?
You fight normally. It's just a duel. You attack, he attacks. You do a spell cast, but he can't be affected or damaged by anyone but the person who requested the duel.
So it's like, hey, we're all kind of low. Let's 1v1 until he's down or something. I don't know how we would use that. I don't.
Well, I would drink my giant potion and be like, come at me.
Yeah.
Maybe
like
it ties into his actual skill set or like the condition to be there.
Maybe.
The teleporting thing does sound like it'd be
The
rough,
teleporting sounds fucking mental.
because that could fuck us really hard.
You can't plan ahead.
Yeah.
You guys, that's
Especially for people who prefer to stay distant.
I am impartial
You're an
on this one.
asteroid.
I'm just worried they're just going to completely wreck Ferdinand, and then we're kind of fucked if he goes down.
Yeah.
It's up to
I'm
you.
team skip it.
Do you guys want the loot or an easier battle? Are you cowards or chads?
Don't!
Oh!
No!
Do we have any Giga Chads in chat, or do we just have a bunch of
All right, we're doing
Can
it.
we leave it?
We're doing it. We're
Eric,
doing it, aren't we?
Wait. Eric, can you decide? Because you're the most likely to get
Yes.
fucked over by that ability.
Why? Astrid's a little fucking bitch.
I'm also a little bit, yeah.
All right, we have our answer.
Ghost.
We have our answer. We're doing
Yeah.
it. DM,
At
is
least
there a
if
way to have
I
my
get
maximum HP?
flapped, it's
I didn't
all
even
about
fucking
the
want this
chemicals.
right of challenge, but you calling me a pussy?
Divine
It's gonna
96
be your
for
fault.
me.
I
It is
enjoy the idea of,
48.
Ferdinand, the literal cat, standing there. You calling me pussy?
What does this look like, DM?
1 second, I gotta do everything with the time. Also, you haven't drank blood, right?
No.
1 second.
1 second, he says.
Maybe
How
we
to
shouldn't
change
do
your
the
target.
more difficult one.
I think.
No, I don't think it's a
think
good
it's
idea,
a good-
actually.
I don't think
Not a
it's a
good
good
idea.
idea.
Steal, let's
When
go.
we are practically one person down.
We're not one. What do you mean?
Yeah, is your exhaustion not that bad?
It's only -1.
I'm fine
I've
with
got a-
skipping one.
I've got a +2 weapon.
Here you go.
It's just we haven't got that much healing if Ferdinand goes down.
I have my
and
orbs.
The teleporting thing could
I-
really just fuck him up.
I have my orbs and I have self-healing, so I won't really need attention, most likely, as long as I can hit this thing. But
Yeah, but if he can teleport, he can hit all of us.
He can only he can't move more than he can move each turn. He just can warp instead of having to disengage.
Yeah, but that's like no attack opportunities, stuff like that. So
Correct.
he's got lots of
Mm.
free movement to just bump
you
about.
guys, we have 2 birthday nat 20s, or we have inspiration and a birthday nat 20. But yeah, I say we do it because we're fresh. We're not gonna have another chance
Yeah,
like this. I don't.
But we're fresh because he gave a fucking
Exactly.
a healing thing right next to
You
him.
know, he-
Listen, the healing thing was your reward from having just beelining here instead of doing the whole tower thing, essentially. Because you could have just left and not. You would have completed your mission if you left. Like, this is a bonus. Like, you came here because of your gods. So that's why you get the long rest. Doesn't have anything to do with the difficulty of the fight.
That's up to
Okay.
you guys.
Maybe then.
I like the idea of going at it because he did call us cowards, and
Out of character, I called
That's
you
a-
cowards, but I
that is
understand
a-
not
that is
wanting
a-
hard fight.
that is a personal insult to me as a power gamer. Let's go.
Looks around.
Okay.
I'm
Do we
always
take a vote?
affected by
Do
the
we
loot,
vote?
so
Do we vote, or Eric?
Got
What's your
mixed
decision?
feelings.
Yeah, what's your decision?
Shall we not do the extra hard mode this time?
it feels scary. It feels scarier than the other extra difficulty things we've done.
Yes.
But it's not really. Like, is
It's
it?
The
scary.
teleport thing is scary to me.
Yes.
Like, we don't know how many attacks he's got a turn. If he has, like, 4 attacks a turn, he can bounce between each of us and just attack.
We're all next to each other. Does it matter?
And also, this might be like more of a personal thing. The writer challenges sometimes turn the fights into like long slots.
I mean, see, this one doesn't seem like it will. It doesn't seem to
You'll
make it
just
take
kill
any
us
longer.
quicker.
It's like, are you really like explicitly in favor of the right of challenge, or are you kind of like on the fence? Because
I'm on the fence personally.
I prefer not to.
Favor. I'm in favor.
I
So
think
we've
it's a
got
bad idea.
2 nay, 1 aye, and 1 abstain.
I say nah.
3 nay.
Yeah, let's not then.
Alright, we're not doing it.
No, we're not.
Look at us,
Right.
Arctic roof.
CERN does not degrace this battle.
Sorry, son.
Flips you guys off as you
We'll
walk
get
away.
you on the next one, son.
Well, this is not CERN's place. This is Guasa's temple. Get out of here, CERN.
We're here for fish mommy only.
Mhm.
All right.
We don't need any colliders here.
In which case, Ibis, it is your turn.
Yes. Well, I take out my big old weapon and I start running towards them.
You also describe what you look like as your turn starts, essentially.
Well, it's still wet. I have fur as my cloak and all that. I'm just like a wet dog shaking as I try to run forward with it. It kind of frosts up, so these water vapors are just kind of turning to icicles as they go. So
All right.
I got 40 movement. It's not enough, but I just power up the sword. But first, I rage while I'm running.
All right. And then see what you got. It's the con save blind thing again.
Yeah, they really like that.
It's very
so,
blind, so most of your rages do it. All right. You want to shoot the little ray of pew pew?
That's not it. Well, it passed.
All right.
But I'm just going to shoot off of my with my Frost King hammer.
Okay. 23 hits. Make sure you have him targeted.
I clicked them, but
You may have used a T1 this time around, but so 17 and 21 damage.
additional 2.
All right.
And are you ready, Aaron?
What, me?
Inside.
Yep, you're
Yeah.
next.
Oh no, I got insight. Gotta lift them all.
Oh,
up.
in that
Yeah.
sense. Oh shit.
All right. Leaking power. Blood surge. Martial techniques.
Blood surge.
Ignore everything else about that. While underwater, the champion gains advantage on attack rolls against any enemies that have a stack of bleeding.
Okay. That's
God, it's
fucking-
gonna flood, isn't it?
You can choose public role and say send a DM, Eos. But I saw your thing. You can describe it how you want.
Okay.
All right, Ferdinand, it is your turn.
Hi. Inside check.
All right, you can identify leaking power or martial techniques.
And I assume under martial techniques there's multiple.
Correct.
I'll do leaking power first.
The champion activates a lair action each time it loses a health bar. These abilities are listed below and always go off in the same order. First challenge, Flooded Halls. Second challenge, Psychic Wave. Final challenge. And health bar is pretty much like a fifth of his health.
Well, I'll finish up that in the tactics in a bit. You set religion as an action, right?
Correct.
I'll do that. Does that mean I still have bonus action and movement?
You do have a bonus action still, yes.
Right, I'll do the action first.
Alright, so this is a prayer roll, so you actually get to roll a d20 plus your level. You are a cleric of Oasis, that's +1, I forget. Let me double check my own notes. I don't want to give you the lower number, because I did post it under... Okay. So you're proficient in religion, right?
Yeah.
So d20 plus 7, plus your proficiency bonus, so plus 3, plus 2, plus 1. So I think it's a plus 13. Because it's the gods' domain.
Ah! It's terrible.
Alright. You pray to Guasis, whose voice is faint. But you gain an idea. It comes to you as a thought rather than like any of her actual words. Because you only got an 18. If you wish to help the servant, the champion, you must weaken it. And then discover something.
Could Riss have done guidance considering they're also a Guasis?
You can add things to prayer rolls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if. Oh, it's a reaction guidance.
Yeah, but
Well, we've
prayer,
already done this.
Yeah, prayer isn't. Yeah, you can't add things to it.
Okay. Right.
In the
Then
sense that
add
she would
a-
prefer that outcome. But
Yeah.
understands if you cannot.
Bonus action. Well, let's have a look. What are my bonus spells? I don't have spiritual weapon up yet. I don't need to heal yet.
Pop spiritual weapon, get it out at the start of the fight, maybe?
I'm
Yeah, it
gonna
makes sense
cast...
to do it when you haven't cast a spell yet.
What?
Don't
Just
worry,
getting the
we'll
spiritual
review.
weapon. Yeah.
I mean, spiritual weapon, like, the first time I cast it is not a bonus action. That's the problem.
It is.
Wait, is it? Is it
Yeah,
always bonus
it's always a
action?
bonus
I thought the
action.
initial one. Oh,
No, it's always a bonus action.
lol.
Yeah, I think we discussed this last time. But this is a late. It's definitely a bonus action. It may be labeled differently because I may have messed up the macro, but yeah. Sword. You can also make an attack with it on the turn you summon it.
Yeah.
26 hits for 9.
That's my action, bonus action movement. And insight.
Alright, Ida.
Okay, get insight to start. And fail.
Sadly, a 13 is not sufficient.
Okay, then I'm gonna drop a fairy fire on it.
Alright. That's a dex save.
Yep. Hey! Nice. Okay. Then I'm
Sure,
gonna
no
run to here, behind this thing. What's the light level in this place like?
Pretty dim. It's not dark. It's not too dark though. It's like dim because there are
Okay.
like torches and stuff, and there's also light behind you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've got a strobe going.
Okay, but enough but that being like behind this pillar and it being like dim light, enough to be lightly obscured at least.
You can attempt a hide check. Yes.
Cool. So yeah, bonus action, stealth. Okay.
All right. Is that your turn,
Yeah, action, bonus action, insight. So
Valeris?
All right.
At
I would like
the start
to.
of your turn,
Oh,
does a 23 hit you?
You know what? It does, but I do get angry about it.
All right.
And
You are now
my
grappled.
reaction. I'm fucking grappled. Can I still do
You can
Hellish
still, you can still
Rebuke
attack and
as a
stuff
reaction?
like that. And what do you want to
Okay.
do?
Hellish Rebuke as a reaction.
You can, yes. As you kind of, how does this look as you kind of like as you're being pulled by this tail?
The tail, like, hits Polaris, and there's something to the chains that naturally surround Polaris that are suddenly hot and burn into the tail a little bit. It doesn't agree, but he gets grappled anyway.
All right. So currently, your speed is 0,
Mhm.
and that's pretty much it.
Cool.
You can attempt to break free as a free action at the start of your turn, which is now, because it happened before your turn.
Mm-hmm.
So it can mean either athletics roll or an acrobatics roll to escape.
A free action, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Well.
That is insufficient, as you struggle and try to get out, the tail is still wrapped around you. But just because you can't move, it doesn't mean you can't attack. So you still have all your other stuff.
All right. Well, first I'm going to use my... Do I also still have the insight free action, or is that too much to ask?
No, insight's free. So
Okay.
you can roll insight, or you can use your bonus action to get one that you know. Alright, that's insufficient.
I'm too busy being held by this tail.
Alright.
I'd like to put my Hexblade curse on this.
Okay.
So I put one of the uses. Does this put out... Yeah, this consumes the use.
Yes.
Just for reminding it. And, well, I get my anchor out. Just a sec. Go to combat, proper combat, target this creature.
Mm-hmm. And then you get the roll twice. You have advantage because of Fairy Fire.
Why can I not target this creature?
It says you have it, I think.
Yeah? Okay.
I think that's your little circle around it.
Ah, there
Yeah,
we go.
yeah.
Oh, do I have advantage actually?
Yes, but that
With
hits.
the fairy fire? That hits, okay. And
hits.
I have to roll the curse twice.
Yes. At least I think it activates both hits.
Oh heck. No, I need to
Curse
roll damage.
Yes. It's your proficiency bonus, right? So it's 6 damage?
Wait, bonus use feature. Curse heal. This was on my list somewhere. I swear.
Yeah, it's like damage. That. But should it be 3 now? Let me double check. Yeah, so let me book that. That should be 3, so you do 6 total bonus damage.
Okay.
We haven't used it in that long that we forgot to update it, dude.
Heyo. Alright. That's me, I think.
That's your turn?
Yes. I'm still
Yes.
grappled.
Yeah. So,
I guess we're getting the van to turn order, and then we're probably going to stop for the session.
yes.
Okay.
Where's he going?
It's Ashton's turn, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, sorry. He doesn't move,
Get back there!
but he does use a legendary action. I wanted to do a legendary action, my brain didn't do. He throws Polaris into Ida. I need you both to make dex saving throws.
Destitution.
Destitution.
Destitution. Nice.
You just got yeeted by a tail.
Yes.
No, you're not grappled anymore. It fixed one problem.
Alright, Ida,
Yeah.
you succeed. You take half damage. Polaris, you take
Does
17.
with evasion, don't I take none?
I
Yeah,
think
you
so.
dodged completely.
Yes.
You
As
dodged
Polaris is
completely.
flying towards you, who would also have 5 temp HP, so let me add that before I do damage to Polaris.
You just step out of the way.
I just step behind the pillar. He just hits the pillar.
Oh, Lord.
And Briss just smacks full face into that pillar. Ugh! Heck!
You're right, buddy.
Polaris is now prone. Astrid. Your friend
So
was
you
just
can
sent
imagine-
flying across the room like a ragdoll.
But more importantly, Alexi's boyfriend was just sent flying across the room like
Oh
a
shit,
ragdoll.
Alexi's here!
Oh!
So I don't forget, I'm going to insight first.
Insufficient?
And then your boy's taken over. So
Alright.
he is pissed off. I'd like to use my bonus action to hex the champion.
Okay.
Yeah, Mark is concentrating, but I think that was
Okay,
really
I'm
easy.
just... Yeah, there's 2 hexes there, I see them. I may have to remove that, they should be fine, so... There's Hexblade's Curse and Hex.
None hexes. And then I can hit 2 times with each wand.
Yes,
And it's advantage because Fairy Fire.
correct. Just make sure you have it targeted before you roll.
He's targeted. Oh, can I hit this one?
Should, yeah, I think that's gonna go through. Hit
Oh,
attack.
advantage.
Okay.
So 1.
I gotta change crits, by the way. That's exhaustion. Sorry, that's a vulnerability thing, but I need that real quick before you do any more rolls.
Is he gonna hit me?
No, it's just crits. I'll change it after, because it's gonna probably have to reset the thing. So that would have been 2 less is 7 fire damage. Okay.
Next one?
Yes.
Are they all advantage?
Yeah.
Excellent.
How many stacks of vulnerabilities do you have now?
1. A second. So you did 8 cold, 9 more fire. So that's 17. 1 second.
It's a lot of maths.
It's this layer action now. Yeah.
There's no one nearby, so it does not cause any damage.
Nice.
Last one action.
Yes. 25 hits
And
for
then
5.
If they have all of them hit, so then I do 4 lots of hex damage.
Is Hex every hit, or I think it's every hit, right?
I think so. Right?
Let me check the spell.
Minus?
I think it is, yeah.
Extra d6 whenever you hit it with an attack.
Yes. Okay. So that's 46. You could have just rolled them all at once.
You know that I get the thing wrong every time. It would have taken more time to do that. Were they all targeted? Oh, yes, they're targeted.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Thank you. And I would have healed, but I don't need it. And that's everything for me. Yeah.
All right.
Nice turn.
Thank you.
End of your turn before it gets its reactions back. Ignore that thing. This is based on something else. All right. Knows where everyone is. Give me a second as I decide what it's gonna do. It's gonna take a bit. Definitely does not.
Oh, I
want
can
that.
pick something from Hex for it to be disadvantage on.
You could, yes.
Eos is setting up in a sprinter
So
stance. Don't
what's
worry about it.
Riss's hex?
What do you mean?
Chosen.
What's my hex?
What did you choose for your hex?
Disadvantage on ability checks.
Choosing Ida. Yeah. What's the ability you want to have for skill checks?
It's an ability, isn't it?
Wis- wisdom would be a good one, because then if I highs, they'd find it harder to spot me.
Sure. I'll go for that one.
Charisma and Ent are usually the best to use against stuff like this, unless you want to like grapple him somehow.
Ida. Does a 16
So-
hit you?
Can you
Think it just does, yes.
All right.
Can,
You take
question: Can you change what the disadvantage is later?
No, it's only when you make this when you first cast it.
Okay.
Okay, so you take 14 damage. Are you gonna use your reaction Ida, or do you just take it?
Yeah, I'll use my reaction to half it, to uncanny dodge.
All right, and can you make me a Constitution save
Sure.
and then a Wisdom save? All right, Fairy Fire Assault and then
Nice.
Wisdom.
Okay, I'm going to use my... where is it?
A knack.
My-
or what?
My thing which lets me use
Intellect.
Int.
intellect instead.
That's only for clerics.
Oh, bless.
I thought that
yeah.
was...
No, Blessed
Oh,
Pact
okay,
is for
sorry.
clerics only. Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
then yeah.
what-
All right, you are now frightened. As this massive lizard man jumps forth from the stone pillar, pulling its blade out of the stone, and leaps pretty much down to the ground, kind of runs on 3 legs for a bit because one of it's holding a sword, then leaps again above your allies, landing next to you with strike. You do not know how long this lasts. It will then attack you again. $27 to hit.
Briss is really nervous right now that Beast just threw him around the room and is now next to him.
So go. You have 2 stacks of bleed.
And fuck. Yeah, that's gone now. Fairy Fire's
Yeah,
gone.
as he leaps down and causes you to lose concentration, you see a very confident smirk grow upon its face. It targeted you for a reason.
It smirked.
Oh no.
Alright. Real quick, it should be useless turn, just double checking. Is there anything that happens? Okay, that should be it.
At
Yep.
the start of Eos's turn, the blade, which is normally black and green, comes out as red and glowing. 5 orbs form behind him, and he spends a bonus action key to activate the Arm of the Spirits that raises AC. And it forms almost, it looks like a blood arm where his missing arm is at, armored. He grabs his sword and advances at the creature. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's going to strike at it.
Alright, normally.
Yep, with his sword.
$21 hits for 13.
And he's going to send out an orb.
Okay.
Dealing 17 damage to it.
1 second.
Oh, she's in the vulnerability.
Okay, continue.
He is going to strike again.
$25 hits for 16.
And that is going to be... Oh! Does that count as a melee weapon attack?
No.
Even though I'm not in melee?
It's melee, but I don't know. What do you want to try doing it with, essentially? I need to know.
Stunning strike.
No. Stunning strike,
No.
I would have the rule you would have to be, like, literally next to them, because it makes no sense to stun through the sword attack.
That's what I thought. I was
Yeah.
like, does that count? Because technically it's a melee, but it's not a melee. But yeah.
Right.
Yep, that's going to be my turn for now.
Alright. And as we technically end combat, I do want to use one of his actions, because it is the end turn of Eos's. It's going to try to attack Ito with its...
Also, don't forget the insight check.
Oh yeah, I do need to insight check the guy before my turn. There we go.
Misses, though, so that's good to know. Okay.
17.
What do you want to know? From what you know, martial techniques, and you need to know lair stuff.
Give me the martial technique. Where's the list at?
You don't know the list yet. You just know.
You don't know that
Yeah, you
yet.
don't know what.
Yeah, give me a martial technique.
All right. Martial technique. Cleave. Riposte. Survey. Disarming. Leap forward.
Give me cleave.
As a bonus action, he can make his next attack hit all creatures within 10 feet of him. And give me a second.
Oh.
Here you go, now you can... Sorry. That was not an attack on you, Ito. But now you can, like, click in and see it. Yeah, the next attack is against all creatures. And we'll end combat there. At round 2. A relatively straightforward fight. but perhaps
So
something
far.
else lingers within the darkness.
Oh boy.
I'll be right back.
Oh.
Alright, that was episode 21 of Moonlit Song. The party has ventured forth into an ancient temple of Goisis and has found a corrupted-looking champion of the depths. Its fate depends on them. Until next time, take it easy.